baby. In the wonderful town of Orhurth, you have made it back after your little jaunt out to find out what was going on in Butte Springs. Find Christopher Silverbrook. He's got some interesting information about Talon movement. You go up there. There's a dragon. Work with the people of Butte Springs. Tried to save the day. Walk into a trap. Get captured by this cult of the dragon who have been working with the Talons. Seeing both of these organizations up close and personal as prisoners. You found after, rest in peace, the old man Thorn was slain by Thunderclaw, picking up Gimbar's brother with an outsider. A gift Yankee warrior who has also been captured. But you escaped. Some of you turncoated, some of you didn't. Some of you might be traitors, some of you might not be. It's been a wild 9 sessions up to this point. But on killing the threat that was left behind of the Talons, one Thunderclaw and Varan Thos, the leader of the Talons in this area, leaving behind, having been shooed out of the ruins by the Dragonborn. You've come back to Orhurth. You know that that Christopher Silverbrook was indeed correct, that Talons and Dragonborn have been moving, that there is something strange going on between the Talons and the Dragonborn, that Zephyrak, otherwise aka the Mere Warden, or the Mile Warden, probably more correctly spelled, as well as a Bronze Dragonborn, had travelled south ahead of a caravan which left Butte Springs a few days ago, and you believe was heading towards the country of Alba, all the way in the south of Regan, the giant country, caravan of stolen goods from Butte Springs, but potentially other areas, heavily guarded by the Talons, was on its journey, you believe, southward. You have made your way to Orhurth to relay all this information back to your individual factions and anyone that is interested in listening. Most of you have faction leaders here and have faction presence here. Some of you who were Merrin were sent on behalf of the Druids, but actually under the guise of a Watcher. Do not have your faction leader here, but do have your faction in the Watchers here to ask questions too. And as we came back, we kind of made our way around some of the faction HQs, which we will be using as bastions going forward, areas for these factions to build out of, to grow their presence in Orhurth and the north, and for you guys to have some input into how the factions may be, what the factions would look into, what their interests are, what questions they might ask, how they will make money and operate in the area. That will in turn make them more known or less known to the Talons. The Talons know that at least you guys, or some of the Talons, may have seen your faces and know you're working with them. They know definitely that the Brotherhood are involved in some form, and probably fear that other factions outside the Kingsguard are turning against them. So we did a few little jumps around as we went to see the old Druid house from before, which is now the home of the Mercantile, as they are renovating the space, turning it into a nice, big, flashy mercantile headquarters here in Orhurth, with a nice split between having their research and development, their quartermaster station set up. The head of the quartermaster for this chapter is Zilna's mentor. That's the word I'm looking for. And on the flip side, the mercenary side, the armed forces, the way that the groups and what's the word I'm looking for? Soldiers of fortune who get sent out on the different contracts for the mercantile, also being based here. These two areas being made up. The rest of you made your way about the town, though, as we kind of locked into the old Druid Digs, which is, I did find the name of the pub, and I remember why it's funny, because I called it the Red Lion. We're going for British named pubs in this era of the world. This large inn has lots of residential space, lots of place for people to stay over, also has a pub in, and is being used by the Brotherhood currently as a area of refugee and holding whilst they build up the Commonwealth Keep, the building that was partially destroyed 10 years ago. which we all know about. Inside, as you, those of you that made your way here, the rest of you can make your way here as and when you wish. You would know of the Red Lion. You can find your, you will be able to, find your faction leaders as you head in. I think it was, who was the together? Was it Willow?
Can I have a question?
Yep.
Have a question. Ask a question. So the Red Lion pub is so famous that we all know of it, no matter where we came from. I know you said all our leaders are there and stuff.
Yeah.
At the same point.
You would have, it would have been part of the envoy when you were sent here. The druids would have probably, the druids.
That's much less fun than it's just this world.
Oh, the world-renowned pub. I mean, people that pass through would know. It's the largest, and it's kind of a hotel masquerading as a pub. But yeah, it's a big old inn. Compared to the little doddery inns you've seen before, this is like an establishment, the Red Lion. But many of you would have heard of the Red Lions before. There are probably a few of them dotted around. Famous name for a pub. So I think it was Willow, Gimbar, Peril, and Merin that all went straight to the pub.
I didn't know where we were going, so I was following them.
So as you guys make it back to what were the old Druid digs, now the Red Lion Inn and Hotel. As you make your way in, you will find sat at a table, and you have Balgrund with you as well. You will see sat at a table towards the back, commanding a bit of an audience here in the late afternoon drinking, would be Brant, the chapter of the Brotherhood, with Borin, and a few others here. There's no sign of Hennerin Peril at the moment. He doesn't seem to be in here, but there are a few other patrons here. A lot of them look to be Brotherhood guards as they are sat round. You can see that their big round table that they are commanding has got many pictures of wine laid up across it, and you can hear Brant is off telling a story as you guys enter in. And for the mid-afternoon, as you've got in here, it's kind of pretty packed. People seem to be getting pissed. No sense of danger, a sense of merriment. The festival of Ostara is just finished. So the festivities are finishing, and it seems to be like the leftovers that the Brotherhood have collected. Wines that weren't given out as part of the festivities of Ostara have been brought back to the Red Lion and need to be drunk. So it looks like these guys are making their way for it as you all enter into the Red Lion pub. Assuming you're going to go over there, you kind of catch the eyes of a few people as you come in to, again, the scene of merriment. For yourselves, you've spent many days travelling, then being in the kind of the Butte Springs war zone, the raid zone that was there, then held prisoner, then in the ruins, then made your way back. Walking in here, and again, as you came to Allhav, it's like a very strange, you've come from somewhere where lots of messed up things are happening, and lots of, you've seen death, you've seen people murdered, you've seen dragons attacking, and you come into Allhav in the pub in the middle of the day, and everyone's getting pissed. It feels like a bit of a jarring chain, like mix of where you've come from and what you are walking into. But as you guys walk in, you see Brant sees you pop in, waves you guys over as you have arrived back.
Can I see if Brant will give me a hug?
I really feel like you've ruined everything I've just said by asking. Do you think, would you go and hug your boss?
Well, I think, you know, like when you go to shake hands and then you like pull him in for a arm across the shoulder pat. Like one of them.
You want to do an arm across the shoulder pat and try and masquerade a secret hug in there?
Yes, please. I will roll.
Yeah. Can you give me a performance check, please?
Oh. Do I use my heroic inspiration? It's only a 9.
A 9. You linger a little bit too long in the thing as Brant goes to move away, and your arm was locked around a hug as he kind of notices. But he's drunk enough that he lets it slide. Brant will remember this for later. As he greets you back, he's like, good to see you back. Hey, Willow. Oh, he's not Scottish. He's Northern.
No, he is not. That is not my mentor.
That was Borin. Excuse me. Welcome back, Willow. I'll get there in the other way. We've been waiting. We've been waiting to hear what's going on. come in. Where's Thorn?
I have grave news, Brant. Perhaps we should take a seat.
He kind of looks at all your faces. Hey, come on. He goes back to the table and goes, gentlemen, it's been wonderful drinking with you. Please carry on drinking what's here. We will be back shortly. As he looks over to Borin and says, you might want to come. You can see Borin has been not drinking the wine. Sat with a tankard as expected, kind of nods, looks towards you, Gimbar, as well, and sees Balgrund. Has a puzzled look on his face as he waits for you guys to join over. As I forgot his name. Brant will take you through to just like round the corner into one of the larger, more private rooms. They're just curtained off areas, but like private, much larger tables. As he kind of ushers you in, gives her like a 2-finger whistle over to the bar. It's just like to bring over some drinks, and then as you all settle down, Brant is in some of his armament still, but is not. He's not like he's carrying around his sword and his shield as he's in here. He looks fairly guarded. And Borin has a stone face, Gimbar, but you recognise that stone face to be one of a man that has drunk a lot of ale and is just trying to hold on to his stern look whilst concentrating on maybe how much beer he possibly has drunk this day.
Does he look like Gimbar?
Borin? What does Borin look like, Gimbar?
Is he related?
Similar.
Is he another brother? No.
Are you saying they all look the same?
Well, he does have now greying ginger hair and ginger beard. Mm-hmm. So they do look quite similar.
And he's a dwarf. Big beard.
Thank you.
Yes.
So as Borin shoves down, Brant sits down. He's like, oh, "Please come in. Please tell us what's going on. We've seen some people come down from Butte Springs that told us some of what's happened, and we heard that you had been seen recently. So we're hoping for good news, but I don't see all of you here. So please spill the beans."
Did you see the letter? Did you receive the letter from the caravan that made its way down here from Butte Springs? About Butte keep being fallen, that one?
Yes. We were getting ready to, there was talking of dragons.
Yes, there are dragons. We have seen dragons.
And the Maya Warden.
Mm-hmm. He was there too.
Mm-hmm. He will insight check you just to see if your face betrays anything on that. He rolls a 2, so he's not going to get much. He's pretty drunk. Mm-hmm. But you can see he pauses.
I will still be quite short in my response to that question anyway.
He goes, well, please sit down. Borin is here. He looks over to you, Perry. He's like, Hennerin is still in town, but I haven't seen him. We can send for him if you'd like now, or you can go and grab him later. But if you're happy to fill us in on what's going on, then please do so now. As drinks kind of come in with a couple of tankards of beer and then a few pitchers of this red wine that's left over that they'll carry on drinking.
So I think I'll start with Brant in the down low. I will let him know about the trap, the fact that we were captured and Thorn essentially sacrificed himself when we were captured. But as part of that, we were questioned, and I'm afraid, Brant, that they know that the Brotherhood were involved in some capacity to send us up there to see what was happening. And then I look at Balgren?
Yep, Balgren. Yep.
Yep. To see if he would like to say anything else about that bit.
Yeah. So Balgren will Balgren will and as Balgren kind of gets into this room, so before he sits down, he goes and gives a big, a similar style like arm across Arnold Schwarzenegger's handshake to Brant and to Borin as well, to greet him as he comes and sits down. He will go through and talk about getting captured, about the Talons and the cult of the dragon and the Talons working together is definitely confirmed. Dragons have been seen, and there is ritual magic. He doesn't make any note to what he was looking for or hints at what he was looking for inside the cave, but does go through and kind of corroborate and add to your story, as well as saying that on the information of Dragon's side that he'd met as part of the prison and is back in Orhurf now, because a Githyanki who was here from 10 years ago, and has been working on hunting, and he believes that he has some information that could be useful to the investigation going forward because of the proximity of dragons, ritual dragon magic, the hoarding of gold and collecting of gold in these raids, and then what these two parties are doing together.
I won't expose him on what he was looking for in the cave at this point.
Cool.
I will also tell him that the reason that we've travelled here as quickly as we could, and obviously I sent word as well as I could, but there's no other way to contact you, but we'll come to that later. But the reason that we rushed so much was that we went into the cave to try and get our equipment. It wasn't safe for us. They'd taken everything from us, and we needed some equipment to be able to get back safely. But after the Talons had left, Varanthos and Thunderclaw, seems they remained with a few of the Talons, and they are no longer in this world because we ended up having to fight them. So they are dead. However, the Dragonborn know that happened, and they let us leave without attacking us too, but it's only a matter of time until the other Talons realise what's happened. And I don't know how many kobolds you've met recently, but there are a lot up there, and I can't imagine that they will be secretive about what they may have seen in that cave.
He takes on. He goes, I understand about the Talons knowing that we have been involved. Balgren getting captured probably gave away that goose, but they have stepped into the north where they should not be, and with the backing of the King's Guard and Thorn, we had some allies at least in resetting. We were there just to find out what was going on, and if you were attacked and have had to kill them, then that is an unfortunate circumstance, but if you were put in danger, then I'm sure you made the right decision as a group.
Aranthos knew about Thorn being in the King's Guard, by the way.
You see, Brant kind of looks across to Borin and says, Thorn was a great warrior for the king and had been for a long time. He wasn't exactly the most inconspicuous. In the north, he should have been a little bit more inconspicuous, but not if the Talons are there and the Talons working as close as they were. With no Thorn, and the prince left pretty quickly after sending you guys off, did Thorn leave any instruction on how to get hold of the prince, or how to let him know what I suppose, how you guys got on?
Willow looks around and then says, no, nothing as far as I'm aware. He, like I say, sacrificed himself quite quickly, and they knew exactly who he was. They thought that we were working for the King's Guard, but we said, that we were working for Thorn, that he was leading us on our expedition to Butte Springs. But as far as I know, there wasn't instructions of how to get hold of the prince.
Oh. Okay. Well, we need to digest everything that you've got if you are willing to go through. I notice there are a few missing, and Balcon's made note to this Githyanki. Is everybody in Allhearth still?
Yes, I believe so.
It might be worth...
They had a few bits to go and do, I think.
And if I remember rightly, the gnome was part of the mercantile.
Yes. The Talons were interested in using him. God, I hate being a good pally because I wanted to make a joke about how terrible his guns are, but I shan't because I'm being nice.
You said it.
Surely it's brave to joke about it, just in case he fires one at you.
True. So they were interested in him for some of his skills and building, so he faked being part of them, so they gave him all his things back, and then he was actually the one that released us whilst we were prisoners. Impressive, in fact, for someone who hasn't been on such expeditions before. But he was able to give us some information that they were rushing to leave. That's all the information that we were given. And yes, Kos, the Githyanki, an incredible fighter, he has said that he will work with us on missions moving forward.
Yeah, well... Okay, well, I think we need to pull everybody together. Let's make sure we've got all of the information we have without the King's Guard on board. We're a little bit weakened in that, well, if Thorn and the Prince were leading this charge and Thorn has been recognised, we will do what we can to get word as safely as we can to the King's Guard to try and protect the Prince. The Prince is going to be compromised now, but I suppose he knew the risks in arranging the meeting in the first place. The problem we're going to have is that as a collective, we've been spotted by the Talons, and what they do next after knowing that whatever plans they had in the north, you have thwarted at least a few of their captives, but then also if they are travelling with a caravan to the south, what does this all mean?
Well, there are some Brotherhood that seem to have potentially been captured and are travelling with them. As I said in my note, I'm not sure whether they are on side with the Talons or being treated as prisoners. As we were prisoners, it seemed that they were just going to let us die, so I imagine they're using them in some capacity. There was a potential that Leo Thistle may have been part of that convoy, and it seemed that they're heading down to Alba.
Yeah. Alba. He again looks to Balgrand and Borin.
I know.
Yeah, Borin's like, the Giants. Okay, well that's not good, but I can't see the Giants working with the Talons. Bran says, well, let's collect all the information. I suggest, Peril, if you don't mind finding Hennerin, bringing him to the table. The Silent Ashes and the wider Druid community, we know you have your issues, as we do with the Talons, and it would be prudent to have you and Hennerin at the table on any decision we make to go forward. And we wouldn't want to be seen to be excluding the Druids. So if that is okay with you, Peril, I believe Hennerin made his way to the Scholar's Crown, and he said you'll be able to find him.
Yeah, no worries, I will. What time would you want us to come meet?
If we can, well, as quick as we can turn around and come back, we'll have a couple of hours here. Let's reconvene for an evening meal as we go through what we have on the table and discuss as a wider group what potential options could be.
No problem, I will go find him and bring him for the evening meal.
Thank you, Beryl.
We can go and find the others as well.
That would be second. The Mercantile are... they will have their uses, but they will want to know what is in it for them. So, again, we can't defend the North without a wider force. We, as a Brotherhood, have some forces, some fighting force, but nothing that stands up to where the Mercantile could protect and provide. And I'm sure they'll be happy to jump into any holes left behind by the Talons. So they will be useful if we could go and make contact with them. the Druid's house. Again, bring them back in whatever capacity, because I think it'll be important for them to be at the table. As he goes to offer it out to the table, you see Borin kind of leads in and goes, Malgren will go with you, Willow, if you two can handle that. I need these two lads for a little jaunt down into town, if you don't mind. And Brant says, of course, Borin, as Borin points to Gimbar and Merrin. Well, we will convene then. If everybody could find the respectives, I'll go through everything we've got here. We'll set up maybe somewhere a little bit more secure than this walled-off area, and we'll discuss everything we know as one group of those left behind and decide what is most prudent for us all going forward.
I put my hand up.
Yep.
So with my mentor not here, does that mean I have to make decisions on behalf of my group?
No, but Brant kind of looks at you and goes, don't worry, Merrin, we'll take care of that. With the Silent Ashes here, we'll get some notice back to Canis to let him know what is going on. But you come with me, I've got a plan.
Okay.
As he kind of shoves off, so everybody starts to move apart. Brant, there would have been no information given out. I think if no one had said they grabbed, Balgren definitely would have grabbed the big map that was in that room, or at least jotted down what the size of that map is, so he has sight of that. As Balgren says to you, Willow, that he's happy to come with you, unless you want to go on your own over to the Mercantile headquarters to grab the other two.
I'd like to go with you, Belgrand.
Mm-hmm. He's like, we shall go and get these and have a look at what they're doing over in that Druid's house. As everybody scatters off to their individual areas. Does anyone want to go first, or shall we roll a little dice to see who goes first?
Roll a dice.
Roll a dice. 1. That's Peril. Nice. So, Peril, you head out into Allhearth. Do you think you would have been in and through Allhearth before? You've grown up
Maybe?
Yeah, you've grown up in the forest and spent a lot of time there, but the Silent Ashes, they did get around, so that I think you would have probably passed through Allhearth.
Sluts!
Dude, little slut. You would have passed through Allhearth, not maybe a handful of times, but you know in Allhearth, the place that you would always go, wherever it was, on missions to pick up, whether it was to pick up intel or to pick up items, to hand off items, whatever it might have been, you always went through the Scholar's Crown, and you always went through a certain shop called the Celestial Tombs. So if Hennerin is anywhere and trying to pick up and do business out of anywhere in Allhearth, chances are he's going to be there. So you can head off, and from where you are in the digs, it's probably a 15-20 minute walk through the city as you make your way up through the centre, past the Druid house, and off into the Scholar's Crown, into the north west of Allhearth. Again, as you were making your way through the town is living a normal day. Everybody's out bustling. It's a fairly nice sunny day, weather-wise, nice sunny spring day. As you make your way into more of the Elven Quarter and up into the Scottish Crown, where you find the shop of the Celestial Tombs. Sorry. As you get to the door, knock on the door and walk in, there is a very, very elderly, a man that has been elderly for seemingly ever. Master Callista Sablecloak, as you walk in, as this older gentleman greets you. The shop itself isn't incredibly large, but it is one of those where they have display cabinets at like kind of ground level at like hip height, and then further up they have a second row of shelves and the second row of shelves, and all of them hold different manuscripts, different scrolls, different like parts of parchments, and these things, some of them age back hundreds and hundreds, not thousands and thousands of years, detailing different parts of this region as well as others. There's other bits that are put in here. And as he comes through, you come through the door, a little bell rings off. As he turns around and greets you, he's like, welcome to the Celestial Tomes. I am Master Caliste the Sailcloak. How can I help you?
Hello.
No, not Peril, not Merrin.
Oh, but I want to talk to the old wizard.
No, you can't. You're the wrong person. You're going with the you're going with the bloody dwarves. Good luck, mate.
Hi, sir. I'm looking for Henrin. Is he here by any chance?
He looks at you and says, "Oh, of course." And you see his voice change slightly. He's like, "Oh, one of the ashes. Please come in." He goes straight through the back, down the stairs. Henrin is set up. Who shall I say is calling?
Penny.
Nice. Wait here 1 second. As he goes over to like a little, it almost looks like the front end of a gramophone. It's not. It's like on a string, a little tube. As he goes up to it, and you hear he whispers into it. Puts his ear, comes back. Peril, you said? Yes, Peril.
Yeah, Peril.
Please, Henry is downstairs. He said he's been waiting for you. Downstairs, to the left, room on the left-hand side, as he kind of ushers you through the shop. The shop itself is maybe 20 foot, 25 foot by 25 foot, a small little bookcase shop. As you go through the like partition door that they've got there, the like curtain pulled across, you can see that the storeroom and stuff in here. There's like, this is a big plot where in the front corner is this like tiny little square shop, but the rest of, if you imagine it's like built into like a row of terrace houses, you realise that where the shop is, it looks like it's one block, but this shop, as you walk through, the back room is like the shop next door. It's almost like a fake facade on the front of the house, so it looks like it's houses and houses and houses inside here. This thing probably takes up 2 or 3 of these houses and has this extra space in. As you go in, make your way downstairs, and again on the underground floor, you can see where there is space in here, where there's different rooms set up, different maps set up, different bits. And as soon as you get to the front of the door just swings open. Hedwyn is stood there. It's like, well, look who it is. Finally shows up, does he? I've been here for so bloody long. I thought you were dead.
Well, came close to it a couple of times, to be honest.
Come in. As he like, walks in and shuts the door.
Is there anything to drink? Any like glasses of water or wine? Or
Yeah. He'll have a crack for wine down here for sure.
So I walk over to the guy. I'm going to go with a glass of your wine. He walks over to the wine and he goes, "That was an absolute mess and a half. It was way more than we were expecting, and a lot more going on than we even thought."
These are all good words to me, Peril. You are. Everything you say is like music to my ears.
So we went to. So I'll keep it brief. We got to Brute Springs, being attacked by a dragon. Everyone under attack by kobolds, dragonborn. And I'm just going to relay the story and so that everyone else can sit through it. But like, just tell them what happened. Tell them about being questioned.
Yeah.
Telling that Fawn died.
Mm-hmm.
And just relay the experience as a whole, and then end up saying like, we did get into an altercation at the end. Partly my fault, mostly my fault, if I'm honest.
No.
I jumped the gun on a sneaky mission, we ended up killing Thunderclaw and Baronfoss.
Well, Peril, you know what I say? Omelets, eggs, some have the crack sometimes. There was a shame about the Kingsguard fellow, but didn't really seem like he was that much use to us anyway. Tell me more about this. So what were they doing in this? The Talons have been amassing wealth. What about any more interesting relics, artifacts, anything that they were searching for, looking to buy, or even creation? Did you mention, and I assume you would have mentioned, mentioned the creation of this ritual magic?
Yeah.
Do you have any sight of it? Any documentation? Any? I don't think you guys got. Well, there was actually probably Zilna has them still. There were some documents that kind of explained that they were using dragon scales to do some stuff, and that the quality of the dragon scales they had were not good. But in terms of like actual, what would be the term? I can't even think what the term would be. No, like not ingredient list is the wrong way. The breaking down of the magic on how the magic worked. There was nothing that explained it. It was just like there was notes on the ingredients used for were not good enough. So it was a bit like the spell components used meant outcome was bad. The middle bit of like, how did you do outcome? That wasn't in any documents.
Would Peril have known about Thunderclaw being a bit weird? Did we find that out during the?
I think, because you and Thunderclaw would know of you and Hennerin would know of two of these dragon beasts, not Thunderclaw though. You would know of the Maya Warden, the black half dragon, who does look more like a dragonborn but beefed up. Thunderclaw, you know, was like way too big to be a dragonborn. The other one you know that is similar is one that you've never seen but heard of, which is a supposedly a green dragonborn that has wings. That is kind of colloquial called the Whisperer, because nobody hears them but people die. The Whisperer has been operating in and about the border forest and has been a bit of a pain for you guys for a bit. But so he would know of these like roided out dragonborn, but you getting the confirmation that Thunderclaw is like almost half dragon, like this thing was huge, this guy, as well as then the drakes, that would all be new news.
So, yeah, I'll reiterate drakes and like how they are coming to being, but I'll be like, I do know about the Dragon Orb, right? That was put as part of the group.
Yep.
So I'll be like, there is something we do want to start looking for. That
Tell me.
Sounds like something called a Dragon Orb.
A Dragon
Orb? Yeah, I don't know what it's used for. I'm actually assuming it's used. Actually, I don't know what it's used for. But the Talons lost one.
Oh. So there's a Dragon Orb.
There's something for us to find.
Peril. I knew you'd come good. See, a little bit of danger. Nothing you couldn't handle. And what do? Come back with the goods. These is enough leads. This is more leads than we've got in years. All in one little week jaunt up to Butte Springs. Completely fine. So dragon scales, important. An orb of some... I mean, let's assume it's got to be of some magical power. Why would to call something a dragon orb and it not be of some significant power? And if the Talons want it, then we want it. This is good work, Peril. This is really good work. What of the other factions? Any of them pocketing anything? Any of them hiding any artifacts that we might need to just keep a little tab on?
Didn't see any one with artifacts, but we want to keep an eye on Zilna. Because it seems like he can make some really interesting stuff.
He's like the gnome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can keep creation, I suppose. And he has some magical ability as well, not just a mechanic.
I believe so. I'll put out my wand that he's given me that I've still got.
Yeah.
And I go, he can create this for me, and it's better than what I have.
Well. Magical enchantment from a mechanic. Yes.
I think they call him an artificer.
The creation of magic has always been deemed. I mean, it can't be higher level, but yes, your instinct is correct, Peril. Let's keep an eye on him, because if magic can be just created and doesn't need to be sourced from a single truth of magic, that could change a lot for us. That could be very useful. Ooh, this is good. What's the plan now, then, Peril? What is it? Where are the rest of these people that you've travelled? What is their plan? What are they doing next? What's the move on the Talons? What's the move to find this orb?
I completely forgot. We have a dinner at early evening. We're all getting together to chat about what's happened and what the next move is.
The Brotherhood, the Mercantile.
Yes, they're all together. Everyone.
Excellent. Okay, will we be there? Peril. It would be remiss me not to ask, but I assume you will jump at the opportunity. But if we need to stay close to these and something is put forward, a proposal is put forward to maybe investigate a little further, find out some more information, I'm assuming you're happy to carry on.
I'm very happy to carry on. I kind of want to find out about these dragon orbs. Like,
you and me both. Okay, well, if we're going to need to keep tabs on what is going on, if the Mercantile are setting up in that nice big druid house of theirs, we can keep eyes on them here. We will... leave it to me. Let us set up here a little base of operations, something closer than that of the base in the forest, something hidden under the noses of the people here. The druids won't like it necessarily, so maybe we keep this one a little bit low-key ourselves. And that means anytime we are back, I can harvest any information. I can also play friends, keep close to the other factions, the other interested parties. This is great work, Peril. He pours himself a glass and tops yours up. He's like, drink with me. She cheers. Downs the thing, pours you again, as we will fade away, as Hennerin is planning on probably getting a little bit sloshed before this dinner in a few hours' time. Did you have any other questions you would like to ask him before I cut away, actually? You don't have to, it's just because I just had to put away.
No.
Nice. So as we move away, we will move back to... Merrin, now's your time. As Boren, we go back in time very slightly, as Boren shuffles round, says goodbye to Balgrand and Brant, grabs you, Gimbar, and then just places a hand as you're sat down on your shoulder, Merrin, and says, if you wouldn't mind, Merrin, why don't you come with us? We'll take you under our wing for a little bit until we can get a message to the druids.
I mean, I guess so. Your hand on my shoulder, please don't.
He's like, oh, no worries. Come on. And he then just pats Gimbo on the back.
Am I going to have to start making dex rolls similar to every NPC Kins interacts with?
Yes.
Not to fall over. As Gimbo, he just slaps you on the back and says, hey, good to see you alive, boy.
Aye. What are you doing in this generic shithole?
Well,
it tastes like watered down horse piss.
It's not too bad, actually. And also,
not too bad.
Brand's paying for it.
Tasting that.
Brand's paying for it, so Never look a gift horse / free booze from a paladin in the mouth. Let's go anyway. He wanders out into the streets of Allhearth for you both as he's walking along. He keeps his voice kind of low, Merrin, so you would definitely hear him as he's moving, but he's not projecting in any way, so you might have to like strain a little bit. As he takes a very slow pace, as you come out of the Red Lion, turn southwards and walk down the main thoroughfare. It goes south through the city, away from Morgana's throne, into the kind of outer regions of the city, towards the edge of the town, where there's like an overspill area, the narrow way that leaves. And as he's walking through, he asks you both about what went on, to fill you in on the information, to see what you had seen, to gauge your kind of feelings towards the cult, towards the Talons, how it asks a lot of like how did that make you feel? What did you feel was like right or wrong? Could you see whether there was not necessarily just like the details, but just like trying to get an idea of what you thought their like motives were. What was like the motives of these people? Like, how did the kobolds act? Like, what were they trying to do? The orcs. He asked a lot of questions like the orcs. He's like, were they sided with them? Were they not sided with them? Like, were they just working to feed their families, or did they have someone more malevolent? He has a really like strange line of question across all of the different events that happened. Is there anything in particular you would like to share with Borin? Other than just like the general events.
Are we doing it in character?
Yeah, if you want to.
So, there was a dragonborn, but not really. I've never seen anything like it, and he could control drakes. His name was Thunderclaw.
Thunderclaw. And they were, I mean, you spoke of this creation of these drakes. Is it only drakes they're creating, or is there grammar plans?
Ritual magic. And they made winged kobolds. And it's abomination of a dragonborn. It's like half dragon, half dragonborn.
And it was...
And
it communicated, it had thought and reason and followed orders, or was it its own thinking creature?
Gave orders.
Yes, he was high up. And before Marion can put on comprehend language, I will say in Dwarvish, dragon eggs, Borin. They have dragon eggs.
I will respond in Dwarvish. They do.
Do you know Dwarvish? I didn't think you knew Dwarvish.
Yep.
Oh, well.
Well. Borin looks at you and goes, well, okay.
I give him a side, I was like, kept that one quiet.
No, sorry, they do? Because I didn't know that.
Yeah. Dragon eggs.
They did Dragonborn when we left, when they let us go. We quest in Bolgrand.
Bolgrand. Your brother is a messing in...
You knew my brother was there?
I did not know your brother was there, but I know your brother was always messing in business that was outside business you should maybe be messing in.
You didn't think of telling me this when you sent me on this journey?
I did not know your brother was out there. But dragon eggs. Aye. Fuck.
It seemed a strained relationship between them and the Talons.
The Dragonborn.
Well, like the Dragonborn, the kobolds, and the Talons strained. It's like the Talons are using them for their own means to an end. That's what it felt like to me.
So
as for the orcs, they're just mercenaries. They're no love for no love for either side. They just want the money.
Yeah,
they were decent enough with us.
Okay.
And the love of battle.
Yeah, the orcs they're a strong folk, but they don't have any. I can't see that they'd be going to war. They have their piece of the world up in the Shuttle Dials, and the Shuttle Dials is their homeland now. The fracture between the two groups is good news, at least for now, though. If they have not cemented a full relationship yet, then we are maybe not fighting two powers, not fighting one power, but fighting two, which is helpful.
Well, I would also say the relationship between the Talons and the kobolds and Dragonborn was amicable, but not wholly positive. They didn't sit together when they were eating in the mess hall, and the Thunderclaw, he almost sounded like the kobolds deserved some punishment when they were attacked by some orcs that he knew it was gonna happen.
He kind of like pronounced it like they were. Okay, well, that's interesting that they. Well, this is good. This is good. We do. The worst situation would be that they were happily in bed with one another, and dragon eggs and Talon power. That doesn't sound like a recipe for success. You think these dragon eggs are still up in Inverath?
Yes. Can I insight check him as into whether this is the first time he's known about dragon eggs? I'll just get my sheet up. Insight. 17.
To hear dragon eggs for you was like a huge surprise.
Yeah.
He doesn't react as if that's the biggest surprise he's ever heard. He is concerned, not surprised.
I push him on this. You don't seem that surprised about dragon eggs being mentioned, Borin.
Well, I mean, that's always been the Dragonborn's goal, isn't it? To bring back the great dragons and take back the Diamond Mountains. Seems like they may be one step closer.
Yes, but how have they got dragon eggs? I thought the dragons were long gone. Until, obviously, this sighting of the blue dragon, which apparently they've lost track of.
And there was the
Red Dragon Orb.
Bronze dragon at Butte Springs.
Yeah.
And the black one, Zetheric. Another one of these abominations.
As you've kind of gone through these things, as you get to the last bits, he's like, let's take this conversation somewhere that's not on the streets, maybe. As you see a few people, you say like dragons and you push a little bit. Not that your voice would raise a lot, but that as you're like, there's a black dragon and a gold dragon and dragon eggs. You get a few.
Since Merrin speaks Dwarvish, I'd like to think we're all speaking Dwarvish.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But there will still be some dwarfs in there. And I would assume with many languages that certain words would be very similar across multiple languages. Dragon would likely be one of those words. A word that is dragon and giant, probably words that outdate lots of the languages being formed, probably are fairly similar in sound as they come through. But I think even just hearing where the conversation is going, he's just like, let's just take this somewhere else. As he says,
where are we going?
He says, you were away for a little while, and I don't like to sit around being idle, so I went out to see if we had any friends. As he looks to you, Gimbar, and he looks and says, I noticed on your friend's sword here, he is a friend, shall we say.
He is?
As he leads you up, and as you guys stop outside the front of a bakery in the south side of the city. As Boris says, "Come, let's take a little break in here." as he walks in. You're talking into like the late afternoon now, so the big rush of the bakery is going to be the morning, going to be the afternoon lunch rush. As now, there's not a lot of stock in there as he walks in, and there is a quite elderly, quite large elven or half elven woman who is manning the counter as he walks in. As they turn around and look down and see Borin, you see there's a recognition on their face. As Borin says, good afternoon. Well, even at this late hour, the candle burns low. We're quite hungry. And she says, well, if you're hungry, then your eyes must open wide. We have much food for you still to look. I've got some specials around the back. Why don't you go and take a perusal? And Borin says, thank you very much. As he walks through and kind of ushers you two along with him as the large half-orc lady behind the bar, kind of behind the counter, gives you a nod as you two pass in. There's another younger human, probably like teenager, working. As they see you kind of come in, walk by, kind of gives you a second glance as you go into the back storeroom of here, and Borin opens up a little hatch and says, "Please come inside."
As we walk through, can I take a look and see if I notice any secret markings for the Watchers?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Investigation or perception?
It would be investigation. Because you're specifically looking close up on stuff here.
It's not too bad. 17.
In where you're in the room now, you don't. As you're in the bakery and looking for bits, you can see on the counter towards the back where the woman stood. There are a few what would be like stickers and stuff like that and markers. And on the corner of one of them, you can see where one of the O's has been made into the shape of an eye. Very slight. But that's when you're inside. So there are bits. There might be maybe bits outside that you'd notice. You're in this storeroom. So he opens up a hatch and kind of leads you guys downstairs into a large area. Funnily, looks like
Can I
maybe look like a boxing. Yep.
Do a perception or investigation check to see if there's any odd shapes in the ceiling where it looks like it may have been removed at some point?
In this room, no, but in another room, maybe. Who knows? Out in the street. As you go down into.
Can I keep an eye out for weird indentations in the ceiling that don't look like the rest of the ceiling?
You can indeed. Of course you can. Strange thing to ask for. I wonder why you would ask for that. As you make your way downstairs, it's dusty and dank down here. It doesn't look like many people have been down here very often or at all in a long time. You see there's a few footsteps laid around as Borin says, well, welcome to one of our Watchers' hideouts. Clearly not used as much as some of the others. As he points through to another room. He's like, that room back there comes up underneath the street. That's where we have a few bunks if people want to stay, and apparently that's where some of the Watchers come and take a night here. But the rest of this space, as you look round, apparently it used to be some kind of boxing area, and after the fall of Orhearth, we had a interested party who was looking to make a bit more money, and it's been one of our lesser used little hideouts for a while. I asked upstairs whether they knew about anybody coming through. We haven't had a Watcher through in Orhearth for, they reckon, months. But some Watchers do pass through, so maybe we can start to rebuild a bit of a network with some of them outside of the Diamond Mountains. So welcome to, I suppose, our little home away from home.
I know it's only bear hair.
Not 10 years later, no. 10 years. It's quite dank and disgusting down here, but
we are grateful, Borin. Is there anywhere here or connected to here with daylight?
He's like, well, I mean, upstairs it's got daylight. There's, as long as we are
the bakery.
Yeah, as long as we are paying our way, though there's lots of rooms on the back of the bakery, as long as we are paying our way and keeping ourselves out of sight, then we can do what we need to with this area, I've put in the groundwork with the lovely lady upstairs, who is very happy for us to use the space, do what we need to it. We'll do what we need with it down here. I would quite like to build up a few more Watcher contacts. You two are still learning a little bit, green in the tooth, and if there are some Watchers still passing through Allhearth, it would be useful for us to start building up a network again, trying to get in contact with those that are around, pick up those that travel, because if we are to go out and come up with whatever plan Brant and the rest of these guys do for catching or going after the Talons or investigating, it would be really useful for us to get back in contact with the network. So, dragons.
Yes.
Yes.
He draws up, there's a couple of stools that have been left around for Bix, draws up, and three of you can just sit in this big dusty old room, which again, from where it was before, it's massive. It's probably this main room is probably 40 foot, it's the full size and a bit more. The main room is the full size of the bakery building itself, and then there's these add-on rooms that go further under the pathways of Allhearth. But this main room itself is huge as you kind of sit in here, rattling around a little bit in the dust. As he says, well, we need to, as Watchers, maintain balance. The Druids themselves would like, I'm sure, the same thing. Canis was, is a Watcher himself. Although the Druids have been less active in recent years, we need to make sure that we're not letting any one power become an almighty power. Balance must be maintained. Nothing good comes from one tyrannical power taking over, and there are a few that will be at the meetings, the few that are part of your group that you've spent some time with, whose factions ultimately, when presented with it, will see power as their number one opportunity. And we must make sure that things remain balanced. That is the Watcher way. No one person above the rest. There's some work to do for us, and he looks towards Merrin. The dwarves, we don't necessarily have the cleanest slate of making sure that everything is balanced, and we are sharing information with all parties, but as Watchers, we must do what we can. Gimbar and I will keep an eye on the dwarfs, keep an eye on Balgrind and the Brotherhood. But you will need to go out and do what you can to ensure that on the road and in any circumstances that you come across where there is a chance for power to be misused, that you remember what we are here to do. These dragons could be very dangerous for this realm. A dragon which we have not seen the likes of, but even the one that we had seen, the blue dragon, caused absolute havoc, and that was one single dragon. If dragon eggs are being hatched, if the Talons are involved in these dragon abominations, that sways the balance of power. We need to make sure we know what the Talons are doing and do what we can to regulate that balance of power.
Agreed.
So, I will, for now, spread my time between here and the Diamond Mountains, although, Gimbar, as you know, there's not a lot in the Diamond Mountains keeping me in. Without you there to train, I'm fear that the rest of the company would absolutely drive me crazy. So, I will stay majority of the time here in Allhearth. I will do what I can to collect other Watchers, to put out the signs, put out some of the call marks to let other Watchers know that we are active and looking to communicate. I believe from spending time with Brant that with the Kingsguard out of the picture, they will be looking to push some kind of investigation, some kind of trailing, some more information gathering. And I don't think it would be right for us not to have a seat at that table.
Aye. What do you make of these Talons going to Alba?
Wow.
The giants.
Giants.
Surely the giants can't be reckoned with them, surely.
Giants and dragons. Jeez. If giants and dragons start working together, we're all fucked. We really are fucked. But the giants have no... The giants have not left Alba. They've not been involved in any politics of the north, of the south, as far as I'm aware, for hundreds of years. So that is a concern. If it is indeed the heart of Alba in which they are travelling, I think we must be cautious.
I also let them know about all the other markings we saw about Redvant and the border forest where the Talons may be.
Yeah.
And I also add that I think it could be targets or sites of possible bases.
Yeah. That would make sense. I think it would be prudent of us to follow the breadcrumbs, shall we say. If the Talons have been momentarily stopped in the north, sounds like from the work that you all performed that the Talon, whatever it was, commander of that area has been slain, that will slow them down. If the Dragonborn are not working with them, that will slow them down as well somewhat. But if they have carted thousands of gold south to Alba, it might be worth seeing where that trail of breadcrumbs goes. Anyway, I believe that's what Brant's going to say. From spending a couple of days with him, I believe that's where Brant's going to go. I think you both, as long as you're willing to carry on this little journey, should continue. We need eyes on. I will look for watchers. I will look for watchers to get in control of, and if I can, and you would like to, I can relieve you from service and try and get somebody else in, but I'm not going to find anybody in time to move. If we want to follow that trail of breadcrumbs, we need to get moving as quick as possible on it. Would you both be happy to work on behalf of the watchers?
I thought we were doing that anyway.
It's always good just to ask. Consent and all.
I have another question about this space.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned we have permission to make it our own.
Yeah.
Is there space behind the bakery for growing plants and such?
Oh yeah, this is... let's not worry about that now. You let us know what it is that would make you comfortable here, Merrin. And let me
a garden
look on
that I can relax in.
Garden sounds good.
Garden does sound good. Let me go to work. So let's see what the plan...
And a decent pub.
I know. That might be a little bit difficult to swing with upstairs, but I've been working on it. Charming I am.
I mean, after the fall of Allhearth, surely there's one of the buildings above is dilapidated, and we could repair it or something.
We will...
Our own secret tunnels.
Tunnels could be difficult. Let's start small.
Tunnel connected to...
You
and then I'd like wipe some dust off a bit of wood.
You leave that to me. I will do what I can. I think as long as you're willing to move, we will do what we can here. We will collect as many watchers as we can. But I believe that we're going to be, or you are going to be, on the move quite soon. He looks round, he goes, but we can turn this into something. As he will zoom back from the dirty, dank room, as you can explore, go into all the different rooms, looking at the ceilings, looking for broken bits of groundwork. and get a sight of the space. The bakery itself is like a big block. It has the storerooms. It'll have the all the area at the back where they would have stuff delivered and moved. So you kind of have a floor plan to play with. But again, we will work with Borin on your desired facilities for what will be the Watcher's Bastion. Underneath the bakery, where there once was a fight club that had to get closed because there's tale of this terrible bear fight, which just disappointed everybody so much that they just gave up and went home. Oh, sad times. Willow and Balgrand. You guys make it round to the Druid House. You can see there's a lot of work going on in the Druid House, a lot of moving backwards and forwards as this huge, what was school building with on one side the large, where there must be something in the roof, where there was looks like almost like an observatory style, like a half circle to one end. As you can hear inside, the place is just being gutted. There are like internal walls being knocked down. There are doors being knocked down. Other stuff being moved in. It's like a proper DIY SOS building site up in here. As you Balgrand rock up to the outside of the new Mercantile HQ in search of Zilna and Kos. As Balgrand comes up to it, he's like, "Whoa! I mean, they're really going for it here."
I know they're tinkerers, but do you think they use magic to speed things up?
Well, I hope so. Take a minute. Well, not a minute. He looks. He goes, "I can see about 20 people moving in there. They've got money at least to get it." I'll tell you what, that gold is the money. Gold is the magic that makes it speed up, I think.
That's true.
Right.
As I jingle my 5 gold pieces in my pocket.
Yeah. Well, remember, gold doesn't make you happy.
Of course.
Just buys you a bloody big house. Should we go in?
Yes, let's.
As you guys make inside into the Mercantile or into the start of the HQ, you can see that the two inside there was like what would have been like this very ornately wooden decorated reception area, but there was no one in there, and you can see this work going off to the one side, work going off to the other. Zilna and Kos, where would you think you would be in the makeup of this building as stuff is being built around you, and there's contracts being given out? There's some mercenaries that are trying to like hold up in different areas just to find some space to get going, as rooms are kind of being built within this building.
I mean, I guess I'd be wherever they were setting up the workshops. I guess.
Yep.
Probably. I guess more likely probably in one of the rooms on the ground floor.
Moving things around.
Yeah. So there's not like multiple floors to have to carry things up and down from.
Yeah, I think So I think you, the research side would definitely be on the right hand side. Almost bits where I suppose you'd be looking at areas being like, do we just knock out the ceiling here just to give like, do we want a double height in some of this area? Like, how big do we want this lab? How much space do we need to be making stuff and moving stuff around? So you've been there, which would leave the right hand side for the more traditional mercantile operations, the contracts, the mercenaries, the like armory stores and stuff as well. As Kos.
Yeah.
Would you be investigating the facilities available? Would you be chilling out with some of the mercs, talking about stories of murdering? What would Kos's role be in rest, I suppose, as you're waiting to hear what's next?
I think I would have had a wander around, and upon discovering the old observatory upstairs, I think I'd have claimed it for myself.
Mm-hmm. Nice. So yeah, you can see in here that a lot of the stuff that could have been moved out was moved out, but what can't be moved out is the main observatory kit itself that is built into this druid house. And you can see that it was... give me an investigation check as you like play around with what
21.
You've seen. 21, nice. You can see as you... note what it is, and see about getting it set up correctly for seeing the astral plane. You can see that with a 21, as you go to dial it in, was already pointing into the direction of the astral plane. It was already whoever was here before was investigating or studying the astral plane, because you didn't have to repoint. It was a small tweaking for you to have sight of what sits beyond this material plane into that area, which is great news, because there could have been quite a lot of work to get it all set up and going. And you see signs of the astral sea. So it's a bit like, I suppose, you're not seeing any. You're not seeing like places. You're not seeing buildings, but you're seeing the astral sea itself. A bit like a sailor who's been away for a long time. On seeing maybe the astral plane for the first time in potentially 10 years, how do you think Cos would be like feeling about getting a glimpse of a place that reminds him very much of where he came from?
I don't know. I hadn't thought about that.
You can think about that whilst you're pondering. You've been away. You've been almost, I would say, out of contact with anyone from you. Maybe there have been a few Githyanki would have spoken to you for the first couple of years, as you guys have all spread out to individually go searching about the material plane.
I suppose it'd be something you hadn't thought about in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe just that. You get struck with it.
Stuck without a way home, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I remember that place now.
Give me a insight check on yourself.
That is a 14.
14. As you, stare through, use the telescope to look out, and you kind of come away from the eyepiece having seen it, and then like just the reminder that like of the astral sea, of sailing through the astral sea, of traveling to different planes, of being here, and then how long you've now been without that. So you come back and you just catch sight of your like right hand. You can see how you're seeing the 10 years. You're seeing the age on your hands of how long you've been here, how long you've been away for the astral sea, and the reminder that whilst you're every day that you're here on a material plane, that you are aging, and that's unusual for you. In the astral sea, you don't eat, you don't drink, you don't age. Coming here for the first time, when you get to eat food and have to live, and you get to get drunk and do things that you wouldn't normally do when you have no need to when you're in astral sea. To come here and experience all that is great for the first couple of years, and as you now get into like another 5 years, that just reminder that every day you're here, your body is aging. As going back to the astral sea will be ultimately, once you've completed whatever it is you need to do, how you lock in and again go back to being not youthful forever, but pausing time at least for yourself. So your Cos is upstairs. Zilna is moving around. So as Willow and Balgren come in and kind of look through, you can see as stuff is being moved out, as these workmen, orcs, humans, probably would have got in some like cheap hired help in goblins and stuff from the Baron Pimples, just moving stuff around. You see off in one quiet corner, sorting out as all this chaos is moving around, you get the sight of Zilna, who is trying to like tidy up and keep place in the tools that are there. So it's like chaos in 3/4 of a room, and 1/4 Zilna is like aligning all of his tools and getting everything set up. It's just like half of the house is bombed, and one little corner Zilna is making sure everything is in place, the workshop is in order, as you can go and grab the gnome.
Was that me or Cos going to grab the gnome?
You.
Okay. Zilna! Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Wow, this place is coming on.
Oh yes, this is me in my natural habitat.
Yeah, it's a shithole.
Well, I wasn't going to say, but
Oh, well, I mean, I'm assuming it's work in progress.
We'll go with work in progress.
your area looks neat.
Got to prepare myself, you know.
Are Zilna's tools smaller than normal?
Tools
Or does he use normal sized tools? That's a real question.
That are appropriately sized for being tools that are used.
That's really cute.
Balgren's as Balgren looks around, he goes, I've always been a fan of stonework and history. Not this there's a lot of metal going on here, isn't there? He sees clearly not happy with the more modern design that clearly is being used inside this druid house here. And what a lovely juxtaposition as well of a beautiful old house that was used by the druids being ripped apart and a load of sheet metal and big steel beams and glass being installed everywhere as workshops are going into this area.
What will happen when it's summer in here? It would be very hot.
It's so hot. Oh my god, you're going to bake, boy.
I will turn around to Bulgren and say, and I'll start patting Rufus, be like, well, sometimes this metal works wonders for us, doesn't it?
Oh. It's backward. Just looks like, he's like, that's an impressive little being. You got some tricks up your sleeve.
Wow. It's always good to have a few tricks up your sleeve, isn't it?
It is, especially when you're out on the road. I'm assuming you still are up for going out on the road. You're not a homebody, are you? You've had a little taste for adventure.
Oh, I mean, what a taste of adventure it was.
Yeah.
You are going to come with us, though, right, Zilna?
I mean, I guess if that's what's needed, then yes.
I'll incite him.
It's your favourite thing.
It's only a 10.
What, am I going to roll against it?
If it's deception, I'm going to knock you out.
You roll whatever charisma check you want. You say I'm going to knock you out? He doesn't have to tell you it's deception. He just to tell you the number.
I mean, it's a 7, so yeah. I mean, it's about as obvious in my voice that I probably don't really want to go back out, but if it's needed, I will do.
That's kind.
Well, it'll be good to have you on board. There's your abilities will be much required, I think, for what's to come to judge what's happening. It's like where don't mind me, but who's in charge around here, Zilna?
Ugat. Where is Ugat from where we are?
You can see Ugat is like pointing people around and stuff. He's like, you can see he's getting like frustrated with the building works going on.
That's your man over there.
Ugat. Great. I'm gonna have a little word with Ugat. You two catch up if you can. Try and find Kos, because I think again he has a wealth of knowledge that we haven't tapped into yet, which I can only see as being useful. He's also kind of handy with some swords, and you're going to need some protection, as he puts you, Zilna, not to Willow.
Yeah.
Willow, tell Zilna about the thing. I'm going to go and speak to Ugat and just get the Mercantile's position on things, and then we'll round up in about 15 minutes.
Sounds good.
Cool. So yeah, Balgren trots over, dodging over, stepping over, tucks a little bit, getting at some of the sheep over there, interrupts Ugat, and you can see him starting to have a conversation where he's going to bring Ugat up to speed with what's going on. I'm not going to roleplay with myself as much as that will be fun. I'll go and play with myself later. He leaves you to Willow, you to fill Zilna in what's going on and to go and find Kos if possible.
Would you like me to tell you what I tell Zilna? I just tell him everything.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll let him know that I did tell Brand that he was very impressive in the field, and I'm glad that he is coming with us, because although the taste for adventure may not have been in his comfort zone, he did great, and we wouldn't be standing here without him being deceptive and a kobold, and really appreciated it.
Yeah.
Thank you, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it feel more useful than I did before.
And that will only improve more as we continue on our journey.
Nice. And you're doing a good job, because Balgren would have 100% said to you before, it's like, we need the Mercantile and their forces of money, so play nice.
As I'm saying it all, Tim, I'm just every now and then side-eyeing Rufus, just to see if he's listening.
Nice.
Because I'm still, having not met a robot dog before, not 100% sure that he's not sentient.
And that time we'll have to wait. You then see the work's going on here. Jonah, you can be in whatever state you are in getting stuff ready. But yeah, to go off and try and find costs in the building to get him on board and see what his feelings are towards the thing would be the next opportunity. So Willow, you could go on your own, or Zilna could maybe help you.
Zilna, I know that you're tidying your area and it looks so much nicer than everywhere else here, but I feel like I'm going to get lost here. Would you mind helping me look for Cos?
Yeah, of course. He went over he was on the other side of the building, so I guess we find whoever's in charge over there and work out where Cos is.
Yeah.
Probably for the best, because I definitely get lost.
Yeah, and you'll be able to go in and see the other side. You find a couple of in the other side as you walk through the central reception bit to the other side. This area way calmer. A lot of the chairs and tables have been pulled out. You can see where they've a lot of the mercenaries have pulled together tables into a corner. There's lots of stuff around here. There's a few card games going on. You can see all that has really been brought in here and been repurposed is there are weapon and armor racks that have been brought in here. So it's like an armory / little what would it be, canteen rest area for a few of the mercenaries that are there. And you ask around, you find there is a fairly young, I would say, for a mercenary human. Merc has two small, little daggers down the side as he sees you guys come in. Kind of gives you a side eye, a bit confused. He's like, "Yeah, you lost."
We're looking for Cos. Do you know where he is?
Cos, yeah, he lost a few card games, got a little strop. He went walking around looking for things. Might have cooled down now, but he went upstairs.
Okay,
Thank you.
Tell him we'll be waiting for him when he's ready to rehand. As you can see, they go back to playing whatever it is. They're playing blackjack, poker stuff.
That's okay.
Guess we head upstairs.
Nice. You go through. You can see that again upstairs. Not much has happened this side, but there is a spiral staircase you can see that runs up at the far end. That runs up to the top room. A lot of the other rooms are shut off and locked off. Not anything being done with them. As you can wander your way upstairs, as you would find Cos standing back just moments after he's realised he's getting old, having stared into this huge telescope. So as you walk into the room is not very wide, but quite long in this roof cavity that's here. And yeah, you can quite clearly see Cos as he is stood in front of this huge telescope.
Hello, Cos.
What are you doing here?
Coming to see you.
Do we have business?
We do. We're having a dinner tonight to discuss the next steps of the plan that we have been underway. We thought, well, I've said it to you and I've said it to others as part of the report, that you're a very impressive fighter. And I feel like you would be an asset on this mission. And, I'm sure there'll be ways to make money on the way.
So you want me to do a job?
Well, I suppose, of sorts.
What is the pay rate?
One you'll have to ask the others. I'm not part of the treasury team.
Will you offer me a job without offering me the money?
Well, I was kind of hoping, because if I'm being completely honest with you, after everything we've just been through, you may be more inclined to come to the meeting anyway, and then see if it's something that you would like to be a part of.
Well, if the food is free, I will come to the meeting.
If the food isn't free, I'll pay for your share. How about
that? We have an agreement.
What is this place? I've not seen anything like this in perhaps ever, but I'm not sure.
It is just a room to look at the stars. You do not need to worry.
Is it impressive?
The equipment here is it's like the way you would have seen the outside of the building where there's like big half circle was how big it was. When you get in here and see, it's like a telescope on like a gyrosphere, so it can be like set up and wiggled around. It's like, it doesn't look high tech, but it looks like it's well designed and well made. And yeah, you would know of telescopes, you would know what this is, but you would probably never have seen. Never seen one before. No one ever came in and was like that interested in picking up Druid House for specifically the observatory part of it.
Do you look at the stars in here, Cos?
That is just what I said the room is for.
Do you think that you'll look at the stars?
I may do many things. Why are you so interested?
Oh no, it's always been something that's been interesting to me. Some used to call me the Starborn Flame, so I've always had an interest in stars, but I don't know what I'm looking at.
Did they really? Can I insight her?
It's in my backstory. I'm reading it off my page.
In that case, I won't insight. I'll just roll my eyes at the nickname.
Uh-huh.
You can
You can insight the some people called me.
Yeah, I'd rather you do insight. Yeah.
You can insight that some people call me the self-made nickname. You mean? Some people call me number one biggest killer.
At the nickname.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh, God.
I'll swap. Go on, do an insight, and I'll do a performance. Or a persuasion.
Have we got another character with a self-proclaimed nickname? We can't do that 2 campaigns in a row.
Insight is only a 13.
I only rolled an 8 for a persuasion, so.
Somebody might call them the Starborn. What did you call yourself?
Starborn Flame.
Starborn Flame. How many people, and is it just Winona calls herself it? But then clerics, they are a bit like that.
Thankfully, I'm a paladin.
Yep, okay. Sweet. So yeah, on that awkward bombshell, you know that you have found Cosseles and there was a job coming on. You will hear a call go out as like a runner comes to the stairs and shouts up, saying, "Hey, mercantiles, come down! Yeah, Gregak wants to see you both. You've been summoned."
Who's that? Willow says to you.
Gregak, or
Still no.
who's that shouting?
Not the one shouting. One who summoned them.
Do I know of Gregak?
Yeah, you know, Gregak is the. Yeah, you did. I think we did a little bit, but you did speak
the
to
other side.
Yeah, Gregak. So Gregak is like the factor of all. Gregak is like the big dog of the mercantile in Allhearth. Allhearth is his patch. He is in control of mercantile operations in Allhearth, and pretty much that means the north until they get bigger. Ugat is big dog. He's the quartermaster. It's like a bit of an awkward one. He probably shouldn't necessarily report in, but he is also there as a separate thing because you guys need a base, but you don't follow the same rules that Gregak does. Gregak's main goal is make money, don't miss any opportunities, expand as much as he can. There would have been another factor in Bryn for mercantile, so another head of that Ugat would have worked with, but you guys, as like a research function, were moved from Bryn to Allhearth because of the money that could be made here and the facilities they can build on the back of it. But in terms of mercantile big dog in Allhearth, Gregak is the man.
At the mention of being summoned, I roll my eyes again.
Yeah.
And slowly start walking towards the stairs.
Yeah. And Cos, you know Gregak. Gregak gives you a little bit more attention than others based on a lot of them that are mercantile agents are just like mercs, right? They were bandits that then became mercs. They have got some certain skills and go. He definitely knows that because of where you're from, that there's it gives you a little bit more attention. Just because there could be more opportunities coming from Githyanki from other planes and other else. So you know him a bit better than other mercs wouldn't necessarily have like a one-to-one with him that often, but you get a bit more attention from him. Whether you care about that or not is up to you, but you know that some of the other mercs are a bit like, maybe a little bit snarked with every so often. It's something you've got in your back pocket that you get a little bit more one-to-one time with the big dog.
Knowing that I probably won't be welcome, I let them know that I'll go back and find Balgrin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, as you guys come downstairs, so from the main area, you'll be able to come down to the main reception, but in that central column, you can see that stood there is Balgrin with Gregak and Ugat. All three of them are waiting for you at the bottom of the stairs.
Hello.
As Ugat sees you there, Zivna as well, it's kind of like, okay, good. You come down towards, it's Gregak's like, good that you are here. Welcome. We have this Brotherhood dwarf. He has filled me in on all the details. Of course, they corroborated with what you have both reported back to your individual sectors. This is a good opportunity for the mercantile to help the local people, and we have decided to loan you both out to this adventure to investigate what is happening with the Talons. If certain riches, certain treasures are found on the way, then we will claim back our costs from any treasures found to keep the cost to our allies and friends here in Allhearth to a minimum, because we are cooperative people here in the mercantile. Zilna and Kos, we will discuss the terms of these contracts and your payment, but let it be known that you have been specifically requested, and we believe it is right to send you as the most knowledgeable people who have already built up a rapport with these good people here in Allhearth. He looks at...
If we have been requested specifically, then our contract should reflect this, yes?
Like I said, Kos, we will discuss the terms of the contract, but we will be seeking recompense from any interesting and specifically interesting to us items found on said journey. He looks down.
Do I get percentage?
Of course. We will discuss the terms of the contract later. He looks towards Balgrin and says,
Fine.
Apologize for this one. He is not from this land. He is a good fighter, though. He looks back towards you. You can see he's just like, he's just staring back. That is all right, my dwarven friend. And he goes, and there's a dinner. He goes, yes, Ugat will go to this dinner this evening to play fancy folk with you all, and we will have great partnership going forward. Mercantile and the Brotherhood, creating a better Allhearth for all, correct? As he pats the dwarf on the back and says, thank you. That is, I think that is all. As he looks towards Zilna, you and Kos, and says, if there's anything else we can help you with, our Brotherhood friends, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm sure you have very busy days.
Yes.
Balgrin just he just grabs your arm. He's like,
yes. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
We'll see you later today. And Ugat, great to chat. As Ugat says, it was good. And yeah, you can lead off. As
that dwarf is with her.
They are both Brotherhood. Let's go. Follow me. As he goes back up the stairs and off to the left hand side, and into one of the first rooms, which will be his office.
Up downstairs. I feel like yo-yo.
Yeah, well, you get used to it. Come on, get in. He closes the door behind. Ugat's with you as well. As he said, so we've had your reports back. There's lots of interesting shenanigans going on between these Talons and the Dragonborn. Very much interesting to us is the fact that there are 6 carts, maybe up to 6 carts, he looks at Ugat, of gold that is traveling now under Talon guard from Butte Springs to Alba. You've seen these carts with your eyes? You can verify that these carts are full of treasures? Thousands and thousands of gold, I hear.
I mean, can't confirm the exact amount of gold, but definitely...
I mean, we had the ledger. Who had the ledger?
Yeah, you did have it. Yeah, you did have ledger.
Yes, actually. I think
the lady, the Willow, she had the ledger. I read it, but she had it.
Okay, and the ledger had, this is all that was being transported south. The Talons are moving that much gold in caravans from the north to the south. They're fucking stupid or what?
They think nobody will touch them.
Did they know that you know? Do they know that you are alive?
No, we killed the ones that knew.
This is interesting. These, the Brotherhood, they want to keep tabs on the Talons. You know, the Talons for us are number one pain in my ass because they have taken all the contracts. They don't play by the rules. They don't pay their bills. They rule with fear. Not the way we like to do things, is it? We like to have our contracts, stick to them, charge our rates. If you don't pay, we charge interest, yada, yada. We make lots of money. So, you two will go with this group, be part of whatever it is. Anything that you find, if these wagons we find, they are ours. Any sizable treasures we find at the Talon properties, they will be under our control until we can decide how they get repatriated between anybody else that is there. But if there is that much gold moving from one of these camps, and this dwarf tells me there are many of these camps, I think there is some money to be made for us, is there not?
Is it now we discuss contract?
Your contract will be based on what you bring back, Goss. So, put your money where your mouth is, put your mouth where the money is, whatever way you want to look at it. We will be looking at, you get hold of these carts, you get hold of these treasures, you find a way of letting us get them back here, then we can discuss percentages. That will be the biggest haul we have pulled in. Contract work is good, and let's be honest, you're not always good at the face-to-face bit, but hunting and gathering a cost, that seems to be right up your alley.
Well, yes. I need the money for my other hunts.
Mm-hmm. So, he then looks down to you, Zilna, and says, but you, Zilna, you have been also requested. You have, made a good rapport with these people? What is I mean, no offense to you, you are very good. Ugat sings your praises on a daily basis. Are we sure you should be going out with these people rather than staying here in the safety of this wonderful facility?
Well, I mean, the getting back out there, I suppose, could help spark more ideas to get more research done. I mean, learning new things and being on the road could significantly help in pressing forward with designing new weapons, designing new armaments.
Yes. These are the words I like. Give him more. These Talons, they have... Oh, I know they are well geared, so they have anything more interesting than just standard armaments. They seem well made, but they seem very pretty. They love their gold plating. We don't have interest in that, but what about, like you say, new weapons, more power?
I say I haven't particularly seen anything so far, but that does not mean to say they won't have anything. I mean, they've poured in a lot of stuff.
Okay.
The little one, he will be useful. He will make me new things to help kill things.
Well, this is what I'm hoping. He will make us lots of new things. Ogat seems happy with this. I'm not so convinced, but maybe as part of this contract then. Cause part of your contract, you must keep the little one alive.
I am not babysitter.
Well, you are now. You are protector of the man that makes the machines.
We need to get one of the things, the straps that let me put him on my chest.
You want to propose?
Let me carry him around.
That is actually quite rude to the gnome, but it is quite funny to think of propose.
I wouldn't want to hinder your combat ability.
Do not worry. You will be like shield.
No, you need to protect him, not use him as shield. Anyway, consider that part of your contract costs. Danger pay, say. You bring back the gnome unscathed, there is more money in it for you.
Define unscathed. If he has scar?
He needs to have his limbs and his brain capacity to make us the weapons we need.
There is some leeway there. Acceptable.
Okay, Ogad, that's my protection sorted. You go to this meeting this evening. You find out, you play nice with these people. And we see what they have to offer. But yes, consider this your contract going forward to accompany these this group on this investigation to find out where these riches are being stored and take claim of them for the mercantile.
Yes, we will find the money.
Finding the money is job number one. Ensuring the money is safe and makes its way back to our hands. Job number two.
And as always, if some of my other interests should be piqued on the journey, I have the leeway to explore them.
Of course. Just keep the little one alive and try not to piss off the others too much, you know. We still need to, for now, play nice.
Who is in charge of the mission?
He looks at Ugat. Ugat's like, I have no idea. We will find out.
Are they hiring us? Do we work for them?
We will find out this evening, I'm sure. The Brotherhood will have some ideas. I'm sure they will. They always do. So let's see how they play ball. I'm sure they're not going to try and... they need us. They need our forces. They will need you to help support. So let's see who brings what to the table. But we won't be pushing. I'm sure between yourselves there will be some way of making it work. Like I said, we will have to play nice. Gregor looks at you both and says, "Good. Well, good luck. Don't fuck it up. Find that gold."
Ah, yes, one last thing before we leave. Could somebody please find me a hand crossbow?
Oh, of course there's a hand crossbow in the armory. Once we find out when you're leaving, I suggest that everybody gets kitted up. I suggest everybody gets kitted up with our equipment if needs be, and we will charge it back to those who take anything from us. And he looks at Ugat and
we
goes,
charge it to
"You
Brotherhood, obviously."
Yeah. He looks at Ugat and says, "Make sure you suggest that later." Kind of nods. Okay, I'm done with you. Good luck. Don't fuck it up. Find the gold. Make us all rich and healthy, and there will be more spoils in it. We will carry on working on the headquarters here, but yes, more gold you can bring back, the better we can make it for you all. And he looks towards you and says, "And I have heard good things, so you have some protection now with this one. I hope inspiration strikes quickly and often."
Hopefully it does.
You can go.
Little one, from now on, you walk on my left, 2 steps in front of me.
You're welcome. Nice. As we zoom away from there, so there will only be a few hours before as Brant gets the space ready at the Red Lion to host a feast, a dinner, to go through what the hell we do from here. Let me check my days. I don't think a day passes. It doesn't. Nice. with the rest of the time, as you get back, I think Balgran would leave you off to yourselves what we need to do, as he would then work with Brant on preparations for anything else. You see that they pull stuff in, they get some maps brought down, that they obviously get the food sorted from within the Red Lion Inn. Balgran goes off and arranges some things elsewhere, as the rest of you would have time to mill about the city, get a little bit more afraid with Allhearth and what's going on in the town, if you would like, before coming back for the evening's meal. As everybody arrives back, so the meal will be obviously you 6. Ugat is there from the Mercantile. Obviously Borin is there, Balgran is there, Brant is there, Hennerin is there. From the Silent Ashes, as wine is put on, a feast is put on, hog roast is cooked up, and you all get a nice hearty meal, as kind of like light talk between the rest of the faction kind of leaders happens.
As the food is kind of being dished out, I want to turn. You said the faction leaders are there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to turn to Borin and say, so is this an Allhearth classic meal?
He says, I'm from the Diamond Mountains, I haven't got a clue. But pig's good.
That's fair. I've decided that in order to search for knowledge, Merrin's going to become a fan of food from different regions.
Nice.
New character trait.
As the food is being dished out, can Cos ask if there's any duck?
No. I refuse to have
You're basically eating in Allhearth Weatherspoons. It's not going to be very good.
I refuse to have that come back again. I still got the mini of the 6-sided duck. I will use it to kill you. Nice. As you can hear, like pleasantries between Hennerin is a bit showy-offy. Is clearly sloshed after him and Peril drank a lot of wine and celebrated finding out about magical stuff. Once the meal kind of starts to come to close, plates start to get cleared away, and there's a big map marked up, almost drawn out, marking for marking, that you had seen inside Varanthos's lair. Balgran and Brant had gone through. As Brant kind of stops at the conversation, tings his little glass, ting. As he pulls everyone together and says, Friends, we're all here. We have clearly important business to discuss. This brave group of adventurers have been out and investigated a report that we had received from Christopher Silverbrook. And we all know what happened from there. At this point, the 6 of you, or 7 of you, would include Balgran in this, know about as much of the Talons and their movements as we all do. And it's thanks to you that we know twice as much today as we did 10 days ago. Something rotten is afoot. We have no formal organization to oppose these bastards. Not yet, anyway, with the King's Guard leading the initial investigation and the unfortunate loss of Thorn, and the Prince, having left Allhearth now, being unable to be contacted, or we have not seen or heard from him anywhere in the south. We are on our own, again, for now. Today we can start working on a plan, start moving forward, and we need people like you. People who know how and when to fight, people who know how and when to keep their heads down and just observe, as he kind of looks off to Borin. We cannot promise from here on out anything other than long days filled with danger and stress, but what could be better than that, eh? I propose we continue the joint party investigation. This time, not under the King's Guard, but under our own steam, as factions of the North who have the people of the North to protect. He looks to kind of like each of the factions and picks out bits. He says, Hennerin, you and the Silent Ashes oppose the Talons as much as us. I know you have hatred for them. They have access to greater magic. Their interest in rituals and your understanding of what that might be will be invaluable. We ask that you provide support in peril to help us with this investigation. He looks to Ugat and says, the mercantile are important here in the north to provide balance. We know that you are honourable in your contract fulfillment, that you will step in and provide safety to the people of the north where we may need to remove the Talons. And of course, understand your need for recompense, for payment for any of these services that you may have to render. We thank you for being part of this. You have 2 strong and able warriors who we would humbly request are part of this investigation going forward. Looking to Zilna and Cross. Borin, the Watchers have been quiet for a long time, but we know they never stop watching. Having them on board to maintain balance, to keep us level-headed, to keep our eyes on the greater good is always welcomed. You have been a friend of the Brotherhood for a long time, and the Watchers' reputation precedes them. We could not go into this without representation from the Watchers. And you have 2 strong recruits who we would...
I look around.
So there's another one here? He was hiding behind. He's like, hey-o. Who will need their wisdom on this investigation. And he says, of course, we would not ask you to step into this danger, into this stress, to step out of our comfort zone without, of course, providing our own best in class. As he looks down to Willow, the Brotherhood will be there alongside. We too oppose the Talons and what they are due, and look out for the people of the north, but the people of faith across the whole of Great Ashland. And so we will also be part of this, if you will have us. These 6 started out on a quest to find out information, and I think are best placed to carry on. If all are in favour, we shall move on to a proposal to be discussed, a mission, if you will. As he kind of looks to each of the heads, Borin nods, Hennerin gives a bow, same as Borin, as they kind of assume that you guys aren't going to back out at this point. So, as he steps back to the board, the mission. We know the cult and the Talons were amassing some form of treasure. Whatever they had, they have loaded on carts and are shipping it south. We know their end destination, from information gathered, seems to be giant country, Alba. To make it to Alba, and actually I've got the screen here. To make it to Alba, they have a long journey, which they have got the jump on us on. They have left a few days beforehand, but they will still need to pass through the city of Redvant, through the border forest and down to Newmonger. At Newmonger, they will have to change from their carts and wagons onto the canal boat system that runs. And from there, we believe that there will be a caravan of boats that take it through down to the Islet Kingdom before ultimately onto Alba. We need to know exactly where this treasure is going and what the Talons plan to do with this treasure. It is our only breadcrumb for their greater plan thus far from the north, and we have little to no information from the south without the Kingsguard being present. Timing is our biggest issue. As you have all noted, tracks leaving the cultist camp from the Varenfrost notes and maps state that the wagons, the caravan of wagons headed towards the Border Forest Road, have a 3-day head start on us. We need to catch the Colt's wagons before they leave from Newmonger. There will be a time where they have to decant, change from cart to boat, and that is our time to catch up and embed you all as part of this larger caravan going forward. We can get you to Redvant via boat, which will speed up some of the time, but may put you directly into the hands of the Talons who are operating out of Redvant. That will be the quickest method, or we can send you via horseback, which will take a few extra days, but may be keeping you out of sight of any Talons based in Redvant. Once you make it to Newmonger through the forest, we will have contacts there to put you as guards, either guards or as workers yourself on the boat caravans. Who would know enough? They would go through and explain that much like most goods will travel in caravan carts, the canal system that runs from Newmonger down to Islet Kingdom does the same sort of thing. So there will be big trains of these like canal barge boats that you would be part of, but not be part of the Talons Guard. So when you get there, we will put you in touch with contacts that will get you work, undercover as it will, staying close to the Talons, but not too close that you are noticed, as some of you will be recognizable from your time in Butte Springs. And from there, follow the breadcrumbs, follow that treasure as long as you can to its ultimate destination. When you feel you've found enough information and you have found out as much as you can without putting yourself in further danger, you report back to this meeting group. For now, we propose a council is created, membership made up of each of the factions sat here today, who will then make decisions based on the information you will provide to us. If all is in agreement, we will see that you are kitted well tonight. Our friends from the Mercantile have offered their armory for anyone that needs upgrades, anyone that needs new weaponry to go out into and onto this mission. Anything we can do to provide you six with the best equipment we can, we will do so. And from there, it'll be up to you. He kind of looks down to Balgren and looks to the rest. That is all we have for now. Further investigation following the breadcrumbs, and hopefully finding out what exactly the Talons are doing and why they are amassing so much treasure, and how the Giants of Oa are in play. This is by no means a final plan. This is just from the information we have, something that we can act on quickly, and we suggest that after a night's sleep, you are boarded on the first craft tomorrow morning from Allhearth and head your way to Redvant, or saddle up and start riding. I'll pause here. Does anybody have any questions on what has been presented, or suggestions for ways that we can maybe speed up and ensure that we do not miss the intersection with the Talons in Newmonger? Just around.
Are there any contacts for us in Redvant?
He looks to Borin at first. He says,
I was going to say the Watchers probably have got something.
Yeah, he's like, your best bet with Redvant will be yourself, Borin. And Borin's like, well, we know the tieflings that operate out of there. Have had some contact with Watchers before, but tend to operate under their own banners mainly. I will do what I can to feed out and feed you information beforehand, but I suggest in Redvant yourself, you look for signs of Watcher activity and see if you can make contact and find out. I assume, with what's been happening in Redvant, with Talons taking over the running of the town, from what we can see, that the tieflings won't be so happy about that. So if you can find, I'm sure they'll be very grateful that you'll be doing something to help them out.
I think if it's the quicker way, Redvant is probably our best bet.
Yeah, Redvant will be the quickest way, and the boat will get us there. We can load the horses onto the boat and make sure you get there. The issue, we think, will be that the Talons have taken ownership of all of the checkpoints in and around Redvant. They are using that as their control point to the south. So whether it be by boat or by trek, you will be passing through Talon Guard. But it will shave many days off the travel if you are to travel by boat than to travel by horseback alone. Sorry, Merrin.
No. Will the horses be okay on the boats? Are they used to it? I hear
they don't like it, but they'll manage.
Okay.
Nice. As they go, obviously Mercantile have offered up gear, so everyone can get set for gear in the evening. As I think Hennerin would probably raise and just says, so when we find the carts, we track them down and we find out what's going on with this. What's the plan for this? Is just pure information gathering. We're not trying to capture or take these cards for ourselves. As he looks over towards Ugat and says, I'm sure the Mercantile would love to get their hands on that much gold. Brand's coming. Well, we will leave it up to this party. They will know, as I said, when to act and when not to act. If they are following this amount of gold into the belly of the beast, then it may not be wise to act. Zilna and Kosh, you notice that Ugat doesn't chip in on this at all, just stays quiet. So we will leave it up to the collective group. They will make their decisions on the safety of the mission. We are looking to gather information here rather than a hit and run, say, on the caravan.
That's our speciality in the shadows.
Mm.
Surely making a move on this cart would lose any information we could possibly gain. Which is the purpose of our mission, is it not?
Hennerin says, yes, but if there is, significant power, and by removing that power from them, we should look at it. But, okay, we will, like you say, you will be the ones closest and understand more that's going on, so I shall defer to you.
There may be a manifest or orders that will help us understand.
The further you can track this shipment to its ultimate goal, the more information we are likely to receive. For many of you, it will involve traveling through the south, traveling in Talon-owned regions. We also do not know how the King's Guard will react. The King's Guard will be encountered in any major city you hit in Regan. And until we know exactly the state of what is happening with the Prince, whilst we know he is compromised with Thorn's demise, we do not know what else that means. So for now, the King's Guard cannot be trusted, but that may change if you do manage to make contact with them in any of the major cities you come across. But in Regan, you are in Talon country. They are the guard force, they are the police force, they are law and order. So you will want to maintain as low a profile as possible, because one fight could quite easily escalate once you are behind enemy lines.
Wizard, you may want to remove your hat for the journey.
No.
I'll dye it a different colour. They won't know anything.
I will shave off my hair and my beard. As much as it pains me.
I have a disguise kit, so...
Go back in like 2 hours.
Got to keep shaving it. Balgren does, as you go through and make that point, Balgren does say, it's a good point. you have been seen. We were all seen. I have dallied a little bit longer with the Talons more than others, so I shall not be accompanying you for risk. But for the rest of you, as much as you can, hide your appearance and disguise yourself as much as possible. That will be useful.
I pull out my disguise kit.
I mean, you're going to have a wash before you leave, I'm sure.
I was pulling it out just to show everybody I have one before you start shaving your hair and eyebrows and all sorts.
We would have believed you if you just said it.
I'm not so sure. You didn't look like you believed me earlier when I said about the starborn flame.
Does anybody here ever call this woman that name?
It's the first I'm hearing of it. It's.
Well, you're not in the Brotherhood. Is Brant still there?
Yeah. You just walk out.
Which name? Moonpig?
Starborn Flame. And then I do, you know the little emoji where she's like, eyes a little teary.
Sailor Moon.
A little puppy dog.
Give anyone that would like can give me an insight check on Brant.
Yeah, why not? I started this mess.
You did start this
You
mess.
did. And Moonpig, you rat.
15.
15.
16.
As you say that out loud, is anyone called? It's called Starborn Flame, and she does a little Sailor Moon emoji, wherever it is. You see him smirk a little bit. He stifles a laugh.
I'm going to break my oath this session, I think.
Little Starborn Flame. Cool. So yeah, as he goes around, the Balgren says that's a good idea to try and disguise yourself. So we please enjoy all that we have here. Enjoy this meal, this lovely cooked meal. Fill your bellies because you'll be out on the road again very, very soon. We have, thanks to our friends at the Mercantile, the use of the armory. So I suggest anyone that needs so places orders with our friends here to get kitted and delivered ready for the morning. And first, Son, we will have you on the first boat to take you from Allhearth down to Redvant with horses. The Brotherhood will front the cost of this initial expedition as a show of thanks to you all for turning up, and those faction leaders left behind. I suggest we continue to meet on a regular basis here in Allhearth to relay any information that we receive from our independent members, depending on where they get to, and make sure that we are collectively making decisions as a group, as a collective, rather than as individual factions. And you see the rest of the faction leaders agree to this meeting that they'll have separately to you guys leaving. Well, that seems like we are all agreed. I suggest a toast to the first steps moving forward. A council of Allhearth being created, a group of brave people going out to do what is right and to find out all they can to help protect the people of Ashling. He pours out a wine and to you all, raises a toast. Down the hatch. Well, let's enjoy the rest of the evening, shall we? As he starts to pack away the bits and stuff, as one of the squires comes in and takes away some of the bits, and more drinks are brought in, more food is brought in, and the rest of you are able to carry on eating and drinking the night away. Hallelujah. So, if you would like gear upgrades, non-magical gear upgrades, non-magical, then you can take so. So your hand crossbow costs, you can get a hand crossbow. Anyone that has armors, wants to switch out Talon armors for normal armors, anything that is a standard equipment, you can take free of charge. So yeah.
Plus one sword?
Well, why did you have to do that? Why did you have to do that? No, it's just deleted. I wasn't giving you magic items. Now I'm going to give you nothing. You can blame Burn for saying it out loud.
I would like a copy of my... Oh, no, wait. I was going to say someone's got mending. I was going to say I want my original clothes back because, they're all beaten and bloodied and stuff. But someone's got mending, so they're already fixed.
But yeah, so you all get given standard Hobbit cloaks. So you have indescript cloaks. You can use those to help you disguise. Any disguises you'll have, we can discuss when you get out on the road, how you will do that, if you will do that at all, or just leave it as it is. But yes, if you need general gear upgrades, you can go for that. If you want additional weapons, don't go crazy, because at the moment you don't have anything to store anything in. So don't be like, I'm taking 17 javelins with me. But yeah, standard equipment, other weapons are available to you, non-magical. So you can go and pick them to get yourself more geared up. As the night progresses, who would stay drinking and who would disappear off at different times?
I think Merrin would be one of the first to go. He's not really a big drinker. And he wants to go back and... Where are we even staying? I guess we're staying under the bakery.
You all have rooms here, actually, in the Red Lion.
Okay, fine.
So you all have rooms in the Red Lion. So as the part of... you're like... the bastions are controlled by you, but part of the start of this would be like your input into these faction leaders, whilst you are off on this first mission, are going to spend the time getting these bastions.
I thought what I want.
Yep.
The stand item. I want a new book.
Yep.
I'm going to go to my room and read. Oh, I've got loads of money on me.
Just hold on to that money, because you might
do something with that.
Yeah, and so if you want to convert it through, because
the money he took from the thingy.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't got money. He's got treasures.
He's got gems.
Yeah, it's going towards the Butte Springs redevelopment fund.
Not a chance.
It's already spent. Nice. So
I think Gimbar would go and find a smaller sort of business to rest up in,
I
thought you were implying you just went for a shit.
Yeah, I was like, what? Going to do a poop? Rather than saying
a
Red Lion,
like an individual inn. Yep.
Okay.
He doesn't like this chain.
The Red Lion. What are you on about? The Red Lion's great.
He's supporting local business.
You can go to the Nag's Head or the King's Crown or the Weatherspoons. But yeah, you could go and find
the Red Lion is
if you want to, you could. It would just be like,
cost me.
You're gonna have to come back after, and you're gonna have to pay for it as well. So you'll have to not go.
That's fine. I'll do that.
So this is the reason he wants to start his own pub.
Yeah. So he doesn't.
He doesn't like big business.
Merrin, as you would go off and leave first, as you go to leave, Boren chases you up as you kind of exit to go and find to go up to a private room or whatever it is. He stops you and just says, I'm sorry, Merrin. I had to say, I noticed your sword. Where did you get this from?
I believe you mentioned it offhand previously. Did you not?
Yeah, it's got you. And he points to the hilt, where you in the hilt you can see that there is. Now, as he points it out, you can see marked around the outside, not unlike where the hilt would have like a coin, not a coin, but like the round bit at the end. On the sides of it going round, you can see right at the very top of the base there is a carved into there actually the Watcher symbol.
I subconsciously go to cover it.
He goes, no, it's I noticed and I recognise that sword. So I was like, wait, I've recognised that sword. He goes,
it's personal, and maybe when we get closer, I'll share my story with you. But
okay,
it is too early for that.
He goes, no, that's fine, but come with me. And as you leave and go outside, out into the open, so the Red Lion again is like an open air dig, so it has rooms and it has an inside big courtyard area where it's nighttime now. So there's candlelit in there, but
I'm scared he's going to try and steal my sword.
Oh, okay. He follows you. He doesn't pick up on that. He's a dwarf. He goes, no. There's he's like, do you mind? He's like, you can hold on to it, but let me just. and he goes to manipulate the handle of the sword. Assuming you let him. He lets you still hold on to it because he can see that you are uncomfortable handing over the sword.
He breaks the sword.
I grip it tight.
Yeah.
But does he whisper in my ear?
No, he snaps off the handle and runs off with it. No, he on the end on the circle that has the watcher's piece on there. He places his finger on the end and then turns something. So like it's almost like a dial that clicks round. So where that watcher's sign was, the round bits that there starts to spin. So he grips it and then just pushes it.
This sounds silly that I would not have attempted to do this in the past.
You wouldn't even know it was there. It's like looking at the edge of a coin and then realizing the coin itself isn't attached and it can turn.
I suppose Merrin wouldn't be as fiddly as I am. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Depends. Did you make him? Did you break your sword?
No, he's not.
He
not that fidgety.
Tweaks it, and it moves around and clicks into a slightly different place. So the watcher's symbol moves round, and what comes out from the base of the symbol is a half crescent moon. As this clicks in, and he steps back from the sword, after a couple of seconds, you see in the nighttime the sword just starts to light up.
Excellent. Rapier +3, yeah.
Exactly that. No, but it does become a moon-touched sword.
Ooh.
He says, this sword's got a few lot of tricks up its sleeve. He's like,
What did you do?
He was like, yeah, and he shows you where it is, and there's there's a dial on the back, and as he held
I saw what you did.
Yeah.
How?
Well, this is a watcher's blade.
Just to be clear, over the table. So it's got the watcher symbol, but it's also got the spider symbol.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is, for you, weird. I mean, there's maybe some questioning of borrowing that could happen on there to what's going on with it. But yeah, it's a watcher's blade, but it also has Chris in it. But then the watchers are also a secret thing, right? A secret.
Yeah.
So
it's
they're
not
not
very
going to be
secret if they've got their symbol everywhere. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, it's not everywhere, is it? It's very small. I'm going to tattoo it on your fucking forehead in a minute.
What does
all right, we're done. We're moving on. I'm done.
What does a moon
we move back.
blade do?
We have a look. He goes,
what does a moonlit blade do?
He goes,
it literally sheds light around you.
Surely that's not goes against the creed of the Watchers to.
What, to be blind?
No, to avoid.
Take it off him.
To keep
balance. Just let him be blind.
Take him off. Take it off.
We're done. You've ruined the moment. You've ruined the moment. Never get a magic light over again. Sorry, guys. Taking them all back. I'm done. He says.
So what does that actually do?
It does literally sound
bloody sword.
So it lights up.
Not anymore. It doesn't.
I think it lights up like bright light 5 feet around you or something.
Okay.
Yeah. It means you can see now.
5 feet.
No, it's more than that. I think it's 15 foot, and it's 15 foot dim light. But it has the ability to shine up anyway. But it's maybe it's a bit more. I don't think so, but you can look at the magic item and you can work it out whilst I talk to other people. Why did I start with Dan?
Sorry, Herb.
I did it. I don't know why I did it. I should have started with someone else. I apologise if we run late now, but you know what it was for. Cool. As Borin sends you off with your now slightly glowing sword to go and play with the sword and work out what it does. But yeah, if you search for Moon Touch Sword, I think you can pick any of the variations, so you should be able to pick the same one that you have. There should be a Moon Touched. What have you got? Rapier or something? Rapier.
Rapier.
Yeah, you should be able to pick it. But again, the questions are you and there are questions you can definitely ask of Borin another time. If this was a sword that's passed and it's got a symbol, certain symbols on it, why does it also have other symbols of it? That is something that you could definitely investigate further. You're welcome. Another time.
I would always.
Thank you, Herb.
I would as well be leaving early.
Yep.
Because he doesn't want to stay in this place and he'd go and find someone else to.
Borin comes back.
Stay and have a drink.
Borin catches you as you're on the way out, and he goes, "Oh God, I was just talking to Merrin. Jesus Christ." It's a pain in the ass.
It's a strange one.
He goes, "Where are you off to?"
You know me, Borin. I don't like these generic, run-of-the-mill places. I find some smaller, local business there.
Okay. Well,
I'll be back in the morning.
I've got one little... yeah, good, because you'll be setting off in the morning, and I'm assuming you don't need any gear.
Unless you got some... No gear.
No. He goes, I've got one little thing I've been keeping for a while, which I don't really have any use for, but where you're going, maybe you'll find some use for it. And he pulls out a very small, it looks like a miniature little trumpet. Tiny little round one. And he goes, don't laugh. This looks silly. He goes, this is the horn that sends out an alarm that only, well, essentially one person can hear. As long as you're within a certain distance and you designate someone blowing this horn, it's like a dog whistle. Only one person hears it, nobody else does. Always good if you're trying to communicate over a longer distance. Need to call for help without screaming out loud. It's got me out of a few sticky situations, but for where I am now, I don't think I'm going to need it. So maybe you can find some use. As he hands over to you. A horn of silent alarm.
Oh, thank you.
Don't toot my horn too hard. Well, get a good rest. Gimba, you're going a bit further than you've ever been before.
Yes, the last adventure was quite the eye-opener.
But you seem to have done well of it. You are... I don't know
Not
if you've
at
noticed
first.
it, but you're a bit more confident than you were before. Your brother had good things to say about your performance.
Not at first. First I wanted to run away, but I think the fact my brother was there was what kept me going. Forced me to stay.
You see how...
And yes, I'm a bit more confident, but not fully.
It'll come. Remember, look out for watchers wherever you can. Tell them that we are now active. Send them my way if you find any. We'll try and build up the network to give you as much support as possible. He's like, rest up. And he gives you a little pat on the back.
Stay safe, brother.
As he goes back, no, this is Baron. Oh, you
I
can
know,
call him
I
brother.
still call him brother. Yeah.
Balgren's inside you, Bellin. As you pat you on the back and then you get back in. Who would be next to leave the free booze party?
I'd probably head off quite early because I want to go back and work on a couple of things before sleep.
Ugat would probably...
if he's leaving,
yeah.
I'll follow him because I'm his babysitter.
Yeah. Yeah, as it sort of gets up going and you get up, Ugat's like, well, I'm not fucking staying here with these guys. As you guys make the walk back round, it's not a very long walk back to the house as Ugat goes through and just
Remember, my left, 2 steps in front. Make sure I can
How
see you.
Did I forget?
Yeah, you're gonna be in. You two gonna be thick as thieves, eh? Getting into so much shit and shenanigans. We got to watch. Remember, we need to not show our hand too early. You know what we need to look out for, what we do, but don't put yourself in danger. Don't get yourself killed. Make smart decisions. I'd rather you come back with all of the money alive a second day than make some stupid rash decision in the first day, you know? So be smart.
There's been more than enough rash decisions so far.
Hasn't that just? Okay. Right. They're going to get themselves kitted up. I'll sort them out in the morning. You guys get rest up here. We have some of the rooms upstairs, the bunk rooms that you can settle down in, or you stay here in the Red Line if you want, whatever tickles your fancy. But before you go, we have some stuff that's been delivered that I'd like to drop off, just to keep in your arms. Anything just to keep you going before you make anything fancy. Zona, I've got a few little tricks up my sleeve myself. As he goes, when you get in, they go into the workshop area that is less busy now. People aren't working in the middle of the night. As he goes through and finds some stuff out, as he pulls out 2 things, throws them towards you both. Do you have dark vision, Weaver?
No.
Cool. I think you didn't. I was double checking. He throws a bag towards you, Zilna, and then he throws a pair of goggles towards you, Kos, and says, I apologize, Kos. These aren't the sexiest looking things, but they'll help you out. These things let you see when you wouldn't normally be able to see, as he throws you a pair of goggles of the night, or goggles of night, I think they're called, which will give you dark vision. And Zilna, he says, just for anything you need to squirrel away, keep out of sight of anybody else. Make sure that they don't know that we're carrying away something maybe a little bit bigger than we should be. We've got this little pocket dimension in a bag. Crazy. So put this to good use and make sure that, anything we need to get snuck out of there, you should have a little way of keeping hold of it. As he throws you a bag of holding.
You said pocket dimension in a bag?
Yes.
Could you put that over somebody's head?
If they're very small, yes. But there's no air. There's like a limited amount of air inside. So don't lock someone in there for too long because they will die.
Interesting.
As he leaves you to.
Thank you, Uga. That will be very useful.
I will sort out the rest of your colleagues with whatever they need, and then we'll see you off in the morning. But yes, remember what Gregak said. We have our mission, and we play nice for now. You keep in touch, and I trust you'll have fun out there tracking down whatever these Talons are up to.
I'll turn to Cos and be like, we're within 2 steps of each other now, and now we've got matching goggles as well.
There you both get out.
Am I going to look like that? Or I will leave you here. I go back upstairs for now.
Cool. And you can go spend time with the observatory. Nice. Leaving the heavy drinkers left at the table, Willow and Peril.
Peril, you can go next.
He's going to stay drinking all night long, baby.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to sleep.
You can leave now.
You're going to come down in the morning. You're going to come down in the morning, and you're just going to see his hand full of wine by him.
Yeah. It'll hang about for a bit.
Yeah. Then you and
talk to
Henry,
Herring for a bit.
Yeah. You and Henry.
And then he was going to go like,
You and Henry still some wine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you reckon that big hat's on? Put a jug on top.
Nice. Cool.
He's going to think about a new outfit
Mm-hmm.
to like change up his. If we're all getting disguises, he'll go to some sort of shop in the morning and pick up a new cloth outfit.
Yep. Yeah, and as Henry was going through you, so yeah, as you guys are drinking, whether you disappear off and leave the rest of them, but take some wine with you so you can go through. He is very excited, very slosh. He's been drinking for probably like 6 or 7 hours now, so he's barely coherent. As he's like, "This is real good. This is real good, Peril. I nearly called you my name. We are going to be able to go and find out exactly what the Talons are doing. You know, none of the rest of these seem to have any interest whatsoever in the magical potential of these Talons or whatever they're getting up to. So that's where we're going to come in. If they don't want it, the Mercantile, they only want gold. The Brotherhood, fuck knows what they want. And the Watchers of Balance, come on. So, if you find anything that we need to take on the journey, you have my permission to take it. Any magical artifacts, any special items that you see come up that you think that would be useful, that are going to help our power, that will take power away from the Talons, take them. We need them. And then he says to you, I can't believe that fighter, that green fighter, was mocking your hat. Honestly. What? He's like, he won't be able to mock this one. I've got a little treat for you, Peril. As he goes into his satchel there and he takes out a hat, shakes it as it goes through. Even more splendorous hat than your current hat. He's like, this one's got a few little tricks up its sleeve, but you're going to have to work on it. You're an accomplished magic user, and I'm sure you can get the most out of this bad boy. But he won't be laughing now as he hands you over a new hat. A hat of wizardry. Which could be quite cool. Could be quite dangerous. Let's see how you get on.
Does it have a feather in the brim?
It can have whatever the fuck Peril wants it to have.
Fireball.
It doesn't have fireball. It lets you cast cantrips you don't have, but you have to roll an Arcana check to do it. So you have your learn cantrips, but any wizard cantrip you can attempt to cast, but you have to roll an Arcana check to do so. So it means for cantrip wise, there's a lot of other stuff you can pull on that you don't actually have access to, as long as you can roll the Arcana check to pass it. So
it's a spellcasting focus too. You don't even need the wand.
You don't need the wand anymore. You can use a hat.
But potent cantrips work with it still as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's still cast the cantrip, and it's just it only worked if the potent wouldn't work. Yeah, he's got to pass the Arcana check first. Because you've got to pass the Arcana check to then even roll an attack or roll a save or whatever it is. So as long as you pass it, then it works. So yes, search and find the Hat of Wizardry. As you guys would carry on, and he would. After you get the hat, then I think Henry would probably go off on one, trying to give you fashion advice on what you could buy. That all of his suggestions would be terrible ideas because they'd be far too ostentatious and like when you're like, oh yeah, maybe I'll get a disguise to try and hide in and blend in, and he's suggesting you like gold laced robed stuff. He's a very fancy boy, not the best maybe at being disguised or thinking about being disguised in espionage. Very much a blunt force instrument is Henry, rather than an espionage king. But you guys, can carry on drinking through as he gives you the Hat of Wizardry and carries on bad-mouthing the rest of the guys. And as everyone clears up, Balgrand, Brant, and Willow, you guys are left as they start clearing away bits. The rest of the party have disappeared. As he kind of says, Brant sits down with you, Willow, and just says, how are you feeling about it? There's some big names you'll be going after again. You're going to be tracking down not only this caravan, but the Mire Warden himself.
She takes a second and then says, it's true, but as you've taught me, where there's faith, there is no fear.
Remember, you need to keep a steady head, though.
Mm-hmm.
Fear is not my worry with you, Willow. You said Leo's been taken as well.
She nods silently.
Any magic users, anyone of faith that has been captured and is being used by the Talons, you must do your best to free them. I think when it comes...
Even if they have turned?
Well, if they are turned under duress, have they turned? You said your friend, the gnome, turned, and now is part of this party going forward.
It's true. But what if they attack us?
Well, if they attack you, that's a different thing. You must use your judgment.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, a lot of these people that have sided with the Talons do not so out of their own free will. They've been forced to do so. They've been put in situations that have put friends, family, loved ones, have seen them either killed or captured. These Talons use underhand tactics. We must be open to anybody that can be turned. I know Varanthos and Thunderclaw were clearly a threat and needed to be dealt with. But we must think, what if we could have captured Varanthos? What could we have learnt from her had we brought her in, given her a way out from the Talons?
I know. And I did think it at the time. I wanted to show some level of mercy, but the situation just did not allow for it.
I know, I understand. And you made the decision that was in front of you, and that is a correct decision. But just think about it. I want you to think you will be, and you may have to be, the one that shows restraint when the going gets tough, when you are put in a position where the easy option is not to show restraint.
I understand.
You say you are the starborn flame, eh?
Oh, you could have let me have it, Bran.
It's because we call you the stubborn flame, and I didn't want them to catch on to calling you the stubborn flame in case they picked on you when you were away.
You
Luckily,
could have said starborn. Give me something. I'm trying to hold it together in front of these strangers. I'm trying my best. Just thought it might sound cool or something.
Yeah, maybe don't try as hard.
Spare orc. Did I tell him that? Can I tell him that?
Tell him what, sorry?
About the orcs.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume you would have told him before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I spared them and I did the
Yeah.
funerals and all of that stuff.
And that's what it would have been the combination of it, and then just thinking there is the opportunity. So that's all he's putting on you. It's just to say,
Okay, cool.
just think before we can, any chance we get. And you can see he is fiddling with something in his hands as he's talking to you. He's just like a bit like almost like a dice as he's moving stuff around in his hand. As he says, "You have learned much, but you have many tests to come, Willow. When you are confronted with some horrific things from your past, you need to keep strong, keep a level head, rely on those around you." And then he flicks this ball towards you like a little marble. As you kind of see him flick and catch it, as you open your hand, there's a pearl in there. As he says, "Take this as a reminder to always think. This has got me out of many a sticky situation, and I am always grateful for the power it gave me, and the reminder to think, to take that second chance. Hopefully it
Thank you.
does something for
Thank
you
you,
as well."
Brent. I appreciate it.
As he has given you a pearl of power,
Nice.
which will give you back a spell slot once per day, I think it is. I can't remember what the actual words it is.
Nice.
Right. I suggest you get some rest. Me and Balgon will clear up the rest of this wine, and then we'll see you off in the morn, and make sure that the first part is at least dealt with, and then you're on your own from there. I suggest you get some rest.
Thank you again.
No worries. Thank you. I have a feeling what you're embarking on is going to be quite the journey. And if hopefully things aren't as bad as they are, but if they are, it's going to be an important one.
I will do all that I can.
As
And I smile down at the pearl.
he gets up to walk away, and he goes, "Oh, one last thing," and then he throws another thing at you. Roll a dexterity check to catch.
Not same. A 12.
12.
Oh, are we about to long rest?
Yeah, you'll be going to sleep.
Oh, should I use my heroic inspiration and just give it a go?
Do it.
Oh my god. It was
It
an
was.
at one.
Was it? Perfect.
Yep.
You get...
And you've got to use the next roll.
You have to use the heroic
Yep.
inspiration roll. So you see as he goes to throw again, you caught that pearl perfectly, right? But that's in
Yeah.
your hand. So when you go to capture it and you realise it's in your hand, you just end up getting doshed in the face by a small stone. As he goes, "Oh, Jesus! Why didn't you catch it?"
I was looking after my shiny
Oh
thing.
my god, that's gonna come
I'm
up. That's gonna give you a
sorry.
shiner. Oh my god, don't tell them that I've.
Oh,
God, that's
God.
not good luck for us. You're going to go off with. I mean, it's a disguise of some sorts, at least. Jesus.
I'm
He
so
goes,
sorry. Oh, clumsy.
Well, yeah. Sort that with. Don't drink as much wine. Use that to keep in contact with us.
No way.
Give
No
it a
way.
start.
Oh, yes.
A
Thank
single
you.
sending stone, which
With
will
Brant.
definitely go to somebody else, not Brant. He's like, someone will be on the end of this. So when you report back, we'll have someone ready to take down any information you've got. So keep us updated as you go through, and I'll keep the rest of the council updated.
Not you, Brant. It won't be you directly. Got
Well,
a secretary now.
I'm not saying it won't be me. I'm just saying that you've
The
got a
communal.
reputation.
What? Wait, what?
I noticed you tried to give me a cuddle earlier.
I'm with a group of strangers. I've been through a lot.
Exactly. So someone will be. It'll be someone from the Brotherhood at least. Will be ready to take any message that comes through.
Quick drunken hug before you go.
Okay, right. Get a good
See
night's
ya.
rest, and I'll speak to you in the morning. He's like, "Come on, Balgon," and then they grab some wine and go through.
I need to say she's got a reputation among the Brotherhood.
It's been a bit cuddly, yeah. Yeah, the stubborn flame. Over cuddly, stubborn flame. Why do you think they're trying to
Can
get
we
rid of
just
her?
take a moment to appreciate that Willow has a sending stone?
A single sending
No, I am highly disappointed.
and a black eye.
Herb giving into this.
I wish you could see my face in real life.
I
right
I can
now.
hear your face right now.
I wanted to ruin all of your day. Do you know who you got to blame for this? Dan. That's who you got to blame for this. I was looking down my list and I thought, what has Dan made me do?
I was looking forward to her trying to find someone to send a letter everywhere we go.
Yeah, that would have been funny. And then I thought that's also just going to be painful for me. I'm just saving myself a headache, to be honest. Nice. So you are all sent off. You all are able to rest. You can long rest. I don't think you've used many things. And then in the morning, you will be getting packed up onto a barge with some horses and sent towards Redvant, where you will be expected. Well, it'll be a couple of days' travel. So we'll kind of breeze through some of the travel. And then you will arrive in Redvant, where you are expecting to run into Talons straight away. Talons. Redvant is being run by Talons. Is being used as the gateway point from the north to the south. So you will definitely bump into them, but that will get you there quicker. As at the moment, from leaving tomorrow, you will be a few days behind the Talons now. So you'll only be 1 or 2 days behind them when you arrive, versus if you went by horse, where you'd be 3 or 4 days behind them. But yeah, as you are sent to catch up with the caravan by passing through Redvant, passing through the border forest, and making your way to Newmonger. For a lot of you, will be the first time being in Regan in the south. For us, as a party, will be the first time we go to a new city in Regan itself as well, where you will be trying to catch up and get yourself hired onto the caravan of barges that will take the treasure from Newmonger down to Alba, hopefully, or the Island Kingdom in Alba, as we will pass on from there. And that's where we'll leave it. G to the G's, guys. So have a look at equipment. Anything non-magical you want, pick up those magical items you got there. And then we will saddle up next week for a horsey ride on a boat. Can't wait. Ta-ta, farewell.
I'm on a boat.